Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel where I like to get a little bit goofier and wackier and drink a little bit of LaCroix. Today I got a nice limoncello and let's just jump into it. So I've been seeing a bunch of discourse lately about millennials versus Gen Z. It seems like there's like this big feud between the two generations. I keep seeing TikToks from Gen Z people making fun of millennials for like wearing skinny jeans and talking about Harry Potter too much. And you know what? That's fair. Honestly, my whole life I've considered myself a millennial, and I have worn skinny jeans, and I probably will continue to wear them, honestly. Jeans that are just a little bit too tight for my sweet little legs. But I'm not even sure if I am a millennial, because like every website that I look at has a different definition of where millennial ends and where Gen Z starts. So I don't even know whose side I'm supposed to be on here. I feel like sometimes I agree with the Gen Zs, like, yeah, that's fucking lame. Millennials, you do talk about Harry Potter too much. But then sometimes I agree with millennials. I only agree with millennials when I see a Gen Z talking about something that I do, and I'm like, hey, okay, hold up. You can make fun of them for talking about how much they love coffee and saying awkward too much, but you can't. The second you start coming for me, that's where we have an issue. That's when I become a millennial, I guess. So I really want to figure out whose side I'm actually supposed to be on here. So I actually Googled BuzzFeed Millennial Gen Z quiz, which is actually probably the most millennial thing that I could Google. I was like, shoot, we gotta get to the bottom of this, guys. We gotta look on BuzzFeed, the most reliable source of information. And I found this quiz, so I want to do that. But actually, I think maybe the best thing to do first is just to Google what a millennial is, because I want to make sure that I'm not like way off and I am somewhere in the middle, in the transition period. What are the birth year for millennials? Gen Y or millennials? Oh, I didn't realize that. We come before Gen Z, so that makes us Gen Y. That kind of makes a lot of sense. Wait, but what's gonna happen after Gen Z then? They're gonna run out of letters. Gen ZZ? That's gonna be one sleepy generation, dude. Okay, Gen Y or millennials were born between 1981 and 1994/6. They're currently between 25 to 40 years old. Okay, so I fall in that range. I was born in 1994, so according to this, I'm either right on the border or 2 years away from the border. They couldn't decide where the border was. Okay, over here it says end date is for sure 1996, so then I would definitely be a millennial. So maybe that answers our question. Maybe I don't have to do the quizzes now, actually. Alright, that's the end of the video. Bye! This quiz that I found is specifically for, I think, people who fall right on the edge of millennial and Gen Z. It's called Hey Cuspers. It's time to figure out your generation once and for all. I feel like this quiz was honestly made for me. I want to figure out if I'm a Gen Z or a millennial. And if anyone's gonna be able to do it, I think it's BuzzFeed. First off, is that what we're gonna call people who are right on the edge? Cuspers? Sounds like custard. Yo, are you a Gen Z or a millennial? No, neither, dude. I'm custard. I'm a creamy little custard boy. So we've all heard about Gen Z calling out millennials for being uncool, and the older generation fighting back. But if you're a cusper, you might be feeling a little conflicted. You know what? I am feeling a little bit conflicted. Luckily, this quiz will sort you into the right generation, so you'll know which side to take. Wait, I want to see what do I have an article about Gen Z calling out millennials? I actually want to look at that. 18 things that millennials do that are no longer cool according to Gen Z. Number 1, wearing your hair in a side part. Oh. Number 2, wearing skinny jeans. Okay, I do own some slim-fitting jeans, I'll admit. Using the laugh emoji. Okay, so here's the thing, is that I do use the laugh emoji, but I feel like I use it ironically. Is that okay? I use it when I'm saying something that's really dumb, not when I'm like laughing at someone else's joke. It's hard to explain. I feel like I don't use it how an old person would use it. Is that okay? Showing off your Hogwarts houses? Okay, that's something that I've never done, so that's good. Oh, when you hear JoJo, who do you think of? JoJo Siwa or this JoJo? I actually don't know who this JoJo is. Is JoJo someone from The Bachelor? Is that her? Am I making that up? JoJo Bachelor. Is this her? Is that even the same person? Well, I don't know who that is anyway. I thought of JoJo Siwa. Do you remember writing on videotapes with Sharpies? Like, not explicitly. I'm sure I must have done that at some point. No, I don't think I did. I mean, like, if I had a VHS and I was too young to be writing on VHSs. I probably didn't even know how to write by the time we started using DVDs instead of VHSs, so I'm gonna say no. Oh, what do you think of when you hear the words TikTok? Okay, obviously I think of the app. Who thinks of the Kesha song now? That song is like 10 years old. I feel like even if you're a 30-year-old millennial, I mean, people are talking about the app TikTok way more than the TikTok song now. So why would you be thinking of the song? I'm picking the app. Did you ever rank your top 8 on MySpace? Oh, shit. Okay. This might be a millennial moment. I did have a MySpace. I don't remember if I did top 8. The only thing I remember about my MySpace is the profile picture that I had on it. I remember thinking my hair looked really cool at the time because it was like dirty blonde and it was like flipping out on the sides, you know? It was really long. And I remember thinking it looked really cool. I think I wanted to look like the dude from the movie Hoot. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, this guy. I wanted to look like this guy. So just picture my profile picture being this on MySpace. That's what I looked like. But I don't think I did top 8. But I'm gonna say yes just to be safe, because I did have a MySpace. When you think of Ice Cube's acting, which movie comes to mind? Friday or Are We There Yet? I don't think I know what Friday is, so I'm gonna pick Are We There Yet? Did you grow up watching Hannah Montana or The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Yeah, I did. Which jeans do you prefer? Honestly, between these two, it's kind of a toss-up. I don't really know. I think they both look nice. And I definitely know which answer I'm supposed to pick for each generation. I think that's pretty obvious. You know, I'm just gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click around the page until it clicks on one, because it's really a toss-up. I don't have any preference. Did I click on one? Whoa, what happened? I clicked on an ad. I don't want this. What did I do? Oh, now I gotta go back. Do I have to do this all again? Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that. Now I gotta do the whole quiz over again. Okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta keep my mouse just right in here. And I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click. That didn't do anything. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click. It picked one. Which one did I pick? I picked loose jeans. Okay. Was your first cell phone a flip phone? This one I feel like I'm gonna be going in the Gen Z category, but for the wrong reason. Because my first phone wasn't a flip phone. My second phone was a flip phone. My first phone was one of those like Nokia brick phones that just looks like a rectangle. Before I had a flip phone, I had one of those. So I feel like by clicking no, it's gonna think that my first phone was like an iPhone or something, but really it was just before I even had a flip phone, I had a different type of phone. The flip phone I had was a Razor, a Motorola Razor, which was pretty tight. I honestly missed that phone. That thing was sweet. So I'll be honest and I'll just click no, but I feel like that's a ill-conceived question. When you hear the word Millie, who do you think of? When I hear the word Millie Bobby Brown or a Millie by Lil Wayne? I wish the two answers weren't right there, because now I'm thinking of both of those equally. I didn't get a chance to just react to it by myself. Millie! I'm trying to just think of whatever pops into my head first. Millie! It's the song. It's probably the song. A Millie by Lil Wayne. Did you memorize your friend's phone number so you could do three-way calls on your landline? I mean, like, I think I still know some of my friends' parents' phone numbers from calling them. I wasn't really a big three-way call guy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that landlines used to exist and people don't really have them anymore. Like, I don't think I'll ever have a landline, because why would I want that? Did you memorize your friends' phone numbers? I'm gonna say yes. I did memorize my friends' phone numbers. When you hear the name Harry, who comes to mind? I'm gonna say Harry Styles, but that might just be because I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, and Harry Styles is a little more relevant than Harry Potter anyway. Sorry, Harry. The boy who lived? More like the boy whose career died. You're irrelevant, bro. Did you grow up watching MTV shows like Next, Date My Mom, and Room Raiders? Date My Mom? Wait, is that a real show? I mean, the answer is no. The answer to this is no, but hold on. Now I gotta look up the show Date My Mom. Date My Mom, 2004 reality series. Okay, so it was from 2004 to 2006. I was not allowed to watch MTV during 2004 and 2006. I was not old enough for MTV. Date My Mom is a television dating show airing on MTV. An 18 to 24-year-old heterosexual male, gay male, or lesbian female goes on 3 separate dates with 3 moms who try to convince them to pick their son or daughter. Oh, so you're not actually trying to get with the mom, you're trying to feel out the vibe of their child by dating her. Huh, interesting. Okay, that's weird. Well, I didn't watch that. They should make this again, but you actually are trying to get with the mom. And finally, which hair parting do you prefer? We got middle parts and we got side parts. Uh-oh. I don't know. I feel like they both look good. You know what? For the other one that was a toss-up, I picked the clear Gen Z answer. So for this one, I'll pick the clear millennial answer. I'll pick side parts. Oh! Whoa, dude. Gen Z. Holy cow. Interesting. Very interesting. Gen Z, huh? Going into this quiz, I was not expecting to get Gen Z. I'm almost positive I am a millennial. I fall in the millennial thing. I think I might just have immature taste in things. Immature in the most literal sense. I'm not trying to add a negative connotation to that. I just mean like, I have the taste that young people have, maybe. Which is, maybe is kind of cool right now. I feel like when I get older, that will be less cool. Like if I keep having the young generation's taste in things by the time it's like 2040, and I'm, 45 years old, but I'll be identifying with Gen ZZZ, and I'll be like rocking out to their space music, and my kids will be like, Grandpa, why do we call you Grandpa if you're our dad? And also, get your own music, dude. Go listen to Lil Peep and Lil Pump. I feel like cool people nowadays, or at least maybe in my generation, I don't know if this is a Gen Z thing or a millennial thing, but like, I feel like my age growing up, sort of like the hipster kids would listen to the Beatles. I wonder who that will be when like we're old. I wonder who my generation's cool hip kids will listen to. Like, will they be like listening to Lil Pump and be like, damn, they really don't make music like this anymore. All the music these days is made by robots and it just goes beep boop, beep boop. Okay, let's read the description. Gen Z, you care deeply about the environment, you view society through a morally conscious lens, and you hope to leave this world a better place than you found it. Shit, speak for yourself, dude. I'm trying to make this world awful. I'm taking every chance I get to make this place a piece of shit. This is either the description of Gen Z or Boy Scouts. I remember when I was in a Boy Scout, every time we would... I just said in a Boy Scout. I meant in Boy Scouts. I remember when I was in a Boy Scout, every time we would leave a campsite, we would have to walk around and pick up trash to make sure that we left it a better place than we found it. So, maybe Boy Scouts were the original Gen Z. You might spend a bit too much time on your phone. I do. But you also know how to harness the power of technology for good. Yo, that last part is honestly kind of true. I do know how to harness the power of technology for good. Like, for example, I just spent like 2 weeks making a song about wanting to fuck a Minecraft creeper with Curtis. Technology, man. We wouldn't have been able to do that 30 years ago. Okay, I kind of feel like I know whose side I'm supposed to be on now. I'm a regular Gen Zer. Okay, let's do another quiz just to make sure, actually. So this one just says, if you've done more than 30 of these things, you're a zillennial. This is just figuring out if I'm on the cusp. So this is going to tell me if I'm a cusper, which I obviously am. Okay, check off everything that applies to you. You identified as a 90s kid growing up because technically you were alive in them. Yes, I was a kid in the 90s, so I was a 90s kid. You enjoyed the best of 90s snacks and 2000 snacks. What's the difference? What does Scooby-Doo fruit snacks count as? Because whatever those were, those slapped. I'm trying to think of what like a 90s snack would be. Like pizza rolls or something? Pop-Tarts? Okay, I'll say both, sure. You knew the ultimate outfit was from Justice or Limited 2. Okay, I didn't shop at those places, so I'm not gonna check it. You've watched some 90s shows like Rugrats and all that. I did watch Rugrats. I never watched all that, though. But you saw older shows like Full House mostly through reruns. Yes. Oh my god, dude. I'm checking like everything on this list. I'm a straight up cusper. Fell asleep on the couch in the middle of the night watching George Lopez. Oh, dude. It is kind of weird how universal all of these experiences are. Just because you were born like anywhere in a 5-year time span, you just immediately have so much in common with like everybody. But I guess it's also not very surprising because of how much our society revolves around TV, and most of these questions are just about TV. These nationally broadcasted shows that literally millions of people, if not tens of millions of people watch. I guess it's not that surprising. Your emo phase happened in middle school, not high school. Oh shoot. Dude, I did go through a little smidgen of an emo phase. And you know what? I did go through, it was middle school. It was, yeah. I had one of those, have you ever seen one of those beanies with a brim? A beanie with a brim, like a tiny little brim? I thought I was the coolest guy in my whole school when I bought one of those. It had kind of like a skater emo vibe to it, and I had that, and I also had Heelys, and I thought I was pretty darn cool. You remember when unlimited texting wasn't the norm? Yes. Your main medium for art was kid pics, dude! Oh, I forgot about Kid Pics. Did y'all fuck with Kid Pics or what? Kid Pics was like a program on the computer, which is sort of like Microsoft Paint, but like a fun version that had all these cool brushes and tools. And you could put little stamps down, and you could, oh dude, this is, whoa, this is bringing back really deep memories of making the circles. Okay, this is a millennial moment right here, guys. I know my millennials in the comments are gonna fuck with the Kid Pics nostalgia. You played a lot of Club Penguin. Yes, I did. You watched the cringy millennial versus Gen Z fight online and just quietly minded your own business because you don't really want to claim either. I guess so. Sure, I'll check that. All right, show me my results. You're a zillennial. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Okay, this quiz is called If You've Done More Than 30 of These Things, You're a Zillennial. I didn't check more than 30 of these things. I checked 28, and my result was, you're a zillennial! You're definitely a millennial Gen Z cusper. I feel like I'm not. I feel like that this goes against the whole title of the quiz. You were born in the late 90s or very early 2000s. I wasn't. I was born in the mid-90s. This quiz is straight up wrong. You're also probably not too sure where the heck we fit in right now, but at least we're all confused together. I feel like you're more confused than me. You made this whole quiz wrong. Okay, well, you know what I think I learned from this? I think that I am a millennial, technically, in the year that I was born, but I think that, like, because I'm on YouTube so much and TikTok, I sort of understand maybe a little bit more Gen Z stuff than most millennials do. I think that's what I'll say. Okay, well, that was fun, but now it's time to talk about our sponsor. This video has been sponsored by Current, aka the future of banking, and today they are actually going to be helping me give back to you guys. Current, if you did not know, is a mobile bank. They're a real bank with a Visa debit card. This is my card. And a really cool thing about them is they told me for this sponsorship, they specifically want to help me give you guys money. So they're giving me $5,000 to give to you guys on Current. So I'm gonna be splitting it up between 10 people. That way each person will get like $500. So if you sign up for Current and request me $500, my username on Current is just Danny Gonzalez, I will be accepting 10 of those requests. So yeah, should be fun. Request money from me. I will pay you money. Honestly, it's a really great service too. They've got, I mean, just as many features as like your traditional old person's bank. It works with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Cash App, Venmo, and signing up is free, and they ship you your card for free. So really no reason not to. There's a chance that you could win $500. So if you want to sign up, go to current.com/Danny, and again, if you want $500, then you can request it from me. My username on there is Danny Gonzalez. So thank you to Current for doing this, and thank you to you guys for checking out Current. Obviously, it helps me out when you guys check out my sponsors, and it's also gonna help you out because Current is an amazing service, and also, you could win money. So no reason not to. I forgot to record anything after the ad read, like an outro. But I also don't usually do outros on this channel. Did you guys like the video? Bye. Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel, it is not my main channel. And if you thought it was my main channel, then guess what? You're a stupid little worm. That's right. If you came here and honestly thought that this was my main channel and not my second channel where I like to get goofy, wacky, silly, and honestly just downright random, then you're off your rocker. I haven't posted here in a bit, and honestly, it's just because I haven't had any good ideas to post here. I don't really know what to post on my second channel. I sort of started it because I had all these ideas that I felt like weren't good enough for my main channel and I wanted to post on there, but then I sort of ran out of those ideas, and now I just don't have any ideas for this channel. So if you have any ideas for what I should do, let me know. I've got a LaCroix here. It's a pamplemousse, which means grapefruit in French. That's refreshing. That's good. All right, well, you probably saw the video that I posted on my main channel about all the tack products. In that video, I reviewed the commercial for all these tack products, and I actually bought a bunch of them for that video and ended up only using a couple of them for sketches and stuff, just because I wanted to have them just in case I needed them, and I only used like 2 of them. But I have all of them that I talked about. I have all of them here. You know, I figure why not turn this into a second channel video? I don't want all this stuff to go to waste and not get any content out of it, you know? Because I spent a lot of money on it, you know? So I've reviewed the commercials. Now it's time for me to give my review on the products, starting with the tack bat. I already opened this one because I used it in the video. But let's just take a look at the box real quick to see what we're getting ourselves into. 40 times brighter than this regular flashlight, and there's a picture of a flashlight. Also, I don't know why they really like taped this thing shut and put like cardboard all around it. It was in another box, and then when I opened that box, there was just like cardboard taped all around it, so I had to like peel that off and destroy the box while opening it. Probably ruining any value that this thing might have had on like a collector's market or anything. I don't know if people are gonna be collecting tack products in the future, but if they are, I'm out of luck. Visibility for 4 nautical miles. That's crazy. What are nautical miles? Is that different than just regular miles? Does that mean it works underwater for 4 miles? Is this for Navy guys? Let me just Google this real quick. What are nautical miles? Okay, this says that it's 1.15 miles. So a nautical mile is actually more than a mile, if Google is correct. This can actually light more than 4 miles, which is perfect for those situations where you need to see something that's 4 miles away. Oh, and if you're wondering, yeah, this is the 12-inch edition. So we're getting crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The tack bat, aka the attack bat. Bing. Oh yeah, it doesn't have batteries in it yet. I gotta put those in. It requires 3 AA batteries. Clink, plunk, clink. And now let's put this baby to work. I'm curious to see how bright it actually is and how good of a weapon it is. It's a tactical flashlight and a tactical bashlight that you could use in a practically brash fight. All right, let's turn this baby on and see. Ooh, wow. Okay, it looks bright. Wow, that's a cool lens flare too. Look at that. I'm gonna light up this back wall, but first, you know what? Let's test a civilian flashlight first. I'm just gonna use my phone flashlight. Pretty standard brightness. Actually, probably less than average brightness. And, okay, that's shining on the wall, but it literally doesn't look like it's doing anything. So that's what the phone flashlight does. Now let's try the tack bat. Holy moly! Jeez, dude. Okay, this thing is bright. That's so annoying. So to turn it on, you just press it once, but then if you want to turn it off again, you have to cycle through all the different modes, which I think like goes down in brightness and then turns on strobe mode and then a different flashing mode and then it turns off. So let's say you've got it on, right? The super bright light, you're creeping through your house in the middle of the night trying to find the bathroom. You find it and then you're like, okay, great. I've gotten to the bathroom. It's time to use the potty. So you press the button, you press it again, it gets dim, your eyes start to adjust to the darkness. And then just when you think it's time to take a little pee, bang, 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 ah! And then it turns off. It's sort of like you're using self-defense mode on yourself. All right, let's take a look at how good this thing is as a weapon. All right, I was half expecting the light to stop working when I hit him in the head, because it just seems like something that would happen, but you know what? This thing's military tough. I mean, say what you want about the commercials, but I'm actually kind of impressed. This is military tough. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to do that to you. Should I try self-defense mode on myself? Should I see if it disorients me? I'm gonna do it, but from a distance. Okay, so this is self-defense mode. I'm gonna set it on my desk and then I'm gonna walk over here, about the distance a bad guy would be, and I'm gonna be doing my little bad guy things and then I'm gonna turn around and see if it disorients me. No, it didn't. All right, guys, so I wanna test this out in a tactical situation. So what I've done here is I've set up a situation that I think we all pretty much fear in our homes. There's an attacker in my basement. Pretty much everyone's worst fear, a creeper from Minecraft, is in my basement. He's about to attack me, as you can clearly see. He's wild, he's crazy, and he's probably gonna be violent if I had to guess. So I'm gonna act this out as if it's a real life situation, and let's see what happens. Oh no, I hear a bump in the night. There might be something in my basement. Let's look around. We start with a wide beam. Is it you? No, okay, those are always there. The wide beam is good for like a quick search to find out who's in your basement, and then, oh shit! Then you kind of zero in on him with this. Now I suppose what I want to do, as you can clearly see, he's about to attack me. This does not look good. I suppose what the tack commercial would have me do first is try self-defense mode. In the heat of the moment, you have to get to self-defense mode really fast. Luckily, it's only 1, 2, 3 clicks away, and now I'm in self-defense mode. And actually, I can probably even focus it all on him. His retinas are probably burnt, like on fire right now if this was a real person. His eyeballs would probably be like burning in his sockets. I love that it's 3 clicks away. Like if there's really an attacker and you're like, oh shit! Okay, hold on 1 second, and haha, gotcha, motherfucker. You're dead. Or maybe you're just supposed to walk around in your house with the self-defense mode going the entire time. Is anyone in here? Hello? Now that I've stunned him, I guess now the only thing really left to do is attack him. Because it's either I attack him or he attacks me. I guess do the stance. On your mark, get set, go! Whoa, fuck. This was on, right?
Yeah, it was on.
Okay. It turned off for some reason when I smacked him. But Jesus, dude, come look at this damage. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. But you know what? I'm still kind of worried that he's about to attack me. So. Yep. Okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad now, but let me just go ahead and just make sure with this. You know, it's a good idea even if your attacker is unconscious with a giant gash in his head and he's missing one of his legs. You still want to defend yourself against him because he still is probably about to attack you. That's why I like to keep on self-defense mode. I'll probably just stand here like this until the police come. I'll say, honey, there's an intruder in the basement, don't worry. I think he's dead, but can you call the police? And then I'll probably just wait here until the police come. And I think that's pretty much it, you know? I think that's pretty much... Hey! Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought I saw him move. But I think we're good now. Thanks, TacBat. Alright, well, that's the TacBat. My review? 9 out of 10. It's actually pretty good. I can tell it's made out of genuine aircraft grade aluminum or whatever, and it makes quite a beating stick. Okay, next up, the tack visor. This is the other one that I actually used in the video, if you remember. 2-in-1 car visor. I feel like they didn't talk about that enough in the commercial, but there's a nighttime driving visor and a daytime driving visor. The second you flip it down, you see a giant truck coming at you. This guy looks really happy. And then there's a nice before and after picture. Before, it looks like you're driving straight into heaven, and after, you're just in New Mexico or some shit. So I have already opened it, and I have it right here. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. It clips onto your car's actual visor, the non-tactical one, and it goes up like this, and then when you need it, it flips down like so. I actually am noticing that it kind of does that thing that it did in the commercial. Hold on one sec, and I'll try to show you what it does. All right, watch this. Ready? You see my reflection in it? But if I turn it this way, bada bing, bada boom. There's the eagle. You can see him clear as day. I mean, if I take this off, you can still see him, but that's how polarizing light works. If you turn it, then you can't see him anymore. Maybe I should take this into my car and see if it actually works in there, or if this makes any difference. All right, guys, time to test this thing out. I've got my visor here, my regular old visor that will block the road and all the cars and make it impossible for me to see. Let's get a quick demo of that. So let's say I'm like driving, and it's so bright and I can't see it, so I put on my visor, and as you can see, it's like pretty much useless. I can't even see the road anymore. Probably gonna crash and probably gonna die. That's why you want something like this, the tack visor. I believe it just clips on to your normal visor, making it actually useful for once. Okay, so my garage opener is already kind of in the way. And then it flips up like that. Let's just do a quick control test for comparison. I'm gonna drive without it. It's a nice snowy day, and snow always reflects light, you know, sunlight, so it's very bright out. Let's see how I drive without the tack visor. Fuck! Shit! As you could probably tell, it's almost impossible driving right now without some kind of help. I mean, if you want to just turn the camera so that they can see in front of us, it's honestly kind of feels like staring right into a tack bat in self-defense mode. Let's go ahead and flip down the tack visor. Wow. Okay, interesting. Huh. I cannot tell if this is helping much. I mean, it is making things darker. Because there's like bright windows behind me, like the side windows to the back windshield, I can see all of those reflected in this screen, and it's kind of really distracting. And I can also see like my reflection. I can see my mouth moving in the reflection here. As I said in the commercial, this is basically just like it polarizes the light, which is basically what most like sunglasses do if you have polarized sunglasses. So I'm gonna see. I think that these are better. I think I would just prefer to use these. Using them at the same time, however, this could be a game changer. Actually, I just like lifted my hand up and moved this thing. I feel like that could, whoa. I feel like that could like drastically affect your driving abilities. Now maybe you can tell a little bit better how many reflections there are. And also this is a good example right now because the car's kind of bouncing. This is like jiggling as it bounces. So not only are there like these distracting reflections of things moving behind me, but like this is also bouncing, which is making all the reflections like just go like do 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 do. One thing I will mention though is that someone tweeted me and said that they actually have a tack visor, and it's because they wear glasses. And so if they have like glasses, they can't also comfortably wear sunglasses. So that actually makes sense. If I was wearing glasses, I wouldn't want to put on sunglasses also. Tack wallet. All right, this one should be fun. They claim this to be fire resistant and bow and arrow resistant. Let's take a look. Aha. Velcro, very cool. Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay, it's just lists some of the features of the tack wallet. I thought it was gonna be a card to some like exclusive tack club that I was gonna get to be in. But it's just a stupid piece of cardboard. Lame. Oh, came with one of these, which is always fun to. And overall, I mean, this seems like a pretty fine wallet. It's got the lanyard on it, which Nick Bolton really loves, so that it won't get stolen. Oh, this only works if you're wearing a belt though, right? Because the belt has to go through it. So that's not gonna really help a boy like me. I don't wear belts often. In fact, it kind of makes a nice little loop for some sneaky little guy to come stick his finger through and just yoink. I think I'm gonna be attaching that. Okay, I don't have like a bow and arrow, but I have a pocket knife. I think this is a pretty valid way to test how resistant it is to damage. I cut through it right away. I sliced right through it. There's a slice. I actually didn't think that was gonna happen. I kind of thought that it wasn't gonna go through, but Nope, I'm slicing it right through. It's not often that someone's gonna be going around stabbing your wallet, so I think you're probably good, because I was really digging in and trying to slice it. It's not like I just went like that and it sliced. No, it doesn't. Okay, well maybe it does, but yeah, okay, it does, if I go like that. How often does that really happen? The only time you have to worry about that is if you fall into like an industrial meat slicer, and the only reason you would need your wallet to survive is so that the police can identify your mangled corpse. Overall, I'm gonna give this like a 3 out of 10, because it's not a very nice looking wallet. It's not sleek. Honestly, it's not very tactical looking. I mean, it's got like Velcro, which is, I believe, generally understood to be like the worst thing a wallet could have by anyone who's anyone. I'm not super crazy about it. It didn't even hold up to the stabby stab very well. I feel like if I was wearing this in my breast pocket and a bad guy came up and started stabbing me, I don't even think it would protect my precious heart. And if you can't even protect my heart, then what can you do? Okay, it's tack shaver time. Let me just slice this open. And what do we have here? You know, I think one of the things I'm most excited about with this is seeing how well it works for Navy guys like myself. Guys who spend most of their time submerged in a swimming pool and grow big fat beards. Ooh. Damn, it came charged right out the gate. So this, I believe, has a rechargeable battery, so it doesn't take any batteries, and you just kind of shave, you know, like that. And it's got a little trimmer for trimming. Okay, this kind of looks cool, right? When I first took it out of the box, the first impression I had of it was like, this looks like a taser. I would say that that is kind of a tactical look. It looks like you could just kind of... The one thing I want to test with this is how well it actually handles in water, because that was one of the biggest claims they made in the commercial. Really, the best way to test this is just to drop it in a glass of water like they do in the commercial and see if that really works. That'll do. Let's just fill up a glass of water and see what happens. I'm trying to think of really like a practical scenario that this would be helpful. And so far, the only thing I can really think of is like, I'm shaving, I'm looking in the mirror, getting a good shave, and then like all of a sudden like, oh no! Oh shit. Oh no! Oh no! I dropped my razor in a glass of water and it's fully submerged in there. And you know what? To their credit, it does seem like it's still working. I mean, it's still making the noise. That's really the only way I can tell. There's little bubbles coming out of the side. It looks kind of like smoke. I think maybe that's just air. Okay, well, it's not actually smoking as far as I can tell. So maybe it was just an illusion. Smoke and mirrors. You know what? Actually, that's a good test for most people. You know, you're doing a shave and you drop it in a glass of water, but that personally would never happen to me because I don't drink still water. I only drink LaCroix. I think you know what we have to do now. No. Now, if it can handle this, I would be pretty impressed. As we all know, sparkling water is much more violent than regular water. Okay, so I'm shaving. I'm having a sip of my delicious grapefruit LaCroix. Oh no! Not my LaCroix! It's ruined! Or is it? Nope, it's good as ever. And I can still probably shave. Whoa, look at it in there. It's like coated in bubbles. Whoa. Well, seemed like that worked too. And I can still get a good shave. Did that shave me at all?
A little bit, I think.
Okay. It's kind of hard to tell because I didn't have much there to begin with. All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna say the claim that it works underwater is true. I don't know if it like works underwater because like I don't know if it really worked to begin with based on the review that we watched, but it does what it did on land. Underwater. Okay, well, bye. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Welcome back to my second channel. If you stumbled across this video thinking it was my main channel, this is actually my second channel. Over here, we like to do things a little bit differently. I like to do a little bit less structured of videos, get a little bit sillier, a little bit wackier, a little bit goofier, and I also like to drink LaCroix. I've been pretty outspoken about enjoying a LaCroix every now and again on this channel, and if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, then you're probably wondering what flavor of LaCroix I'm gonna be drinking today. And that's a great question, because I'm actually gonna be drinking all of them. I'm gonna be drinking every flavor. A lot of separate people actually gave me this idea because in whatever video I tasted the watermelon LaCroix and I didn't like it, people said, oh, well, you should taste all of them and figure out which ones you like the best. So I'm almost certain I have every flavor here except limoncello and watermelon. But actually, I think I still have watermelon in the fridge because I didn't drink all of it because it was nasty. So let me go get that. Okay, so the only flavor I don't have is limoncello. Limoncello is pretty hard to come by because it's still a pretty new flavor, and also it is very highly coveted. So I couldn't find any for this video, but rest assured, I know where that's going. So we don't even have to worry about it. I don't even have to taste it. Oh, also, before we get started, there's new colors of the Greg t-shirts and Greg hoodies. There's like a yellow and orange Greg hoodie and a pink, like coral Greg t-shirt, and also this blue t-shirt. So if you want to get any of these, go to dannygonzalez.store. I think they're pretty fun summer colors. And without further ado, it's time to drink a ton of LaCroix. I don't know which flavor we should start with. Maybe we'll just go with whatever's on the top of the tier list here. All right, we've got lemon. Let me see if I can find the lemon. Lemon. Lemon is one of those flavors that I think is a lot like lime. It's pretty reliable. A lemon's never gonna let you down and it's good for any occasion. So let's go ahead and take a sip and see how we feel. Both lemon and lime are kind of like if you took Sprite and made it light. It's a light Sprite. And by light, I mean if you took out any of the sweetness. And also, I guess, the lime flavor, because it's lemon and lime. But if you're, like, trying to cut soda and you're craving a Sprite, I'd say a lemon or a lime. It'll do you wonders. I would say lemon probably honestly goes in A tier. It's a great flavor. It's fun. It's not too crazy, so you're not gonna get tired of it. I feel like one of the downsides of LaCroix is they only come in like really big packs of like 8 or 12. So like if you buy one for the week, then you're gonna get really tired of the flavor after the week. But lemon is just like, it's just like drinking lemon water basically. It's a classic. You can't go wrong. That's a good choice. Okay, what's next? Uh-oh, coconut. A highly controversial flavor. Some people love coconut, some people hate coconut. And by that I mean, I don't know if anyone, I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say they like coconut, but a lot of people hate coconut. I personally, I've only had it a couple times, and one of the time was while filming the music video for the LaCroix song. I just wrote it in because it was a flavor that I knew existed, but I hadn't even tried it yet at the time of making that song. So that was my first exposure to it, and for the video I had to drink a lot of it. It kind of grossed me out how much of it I had to drink, and I ended up not really liking it, but it's been a while since then, so let's see if I like it now. See, there's two sides of this. There's two sides of this coin here. You get kind of like a sunscreen taste, because of course, like any sunscreen kind of has like a coconutty tropical vibe to it. But you also get kind of like a pina colada taste, which I really like. I know not a lot of people like coconut. I really like coconut flavored things. Like I love me a good Almond Joy. I love me a good pina colada. I do feel like by the end of this can, I would be tired of this flavor, because it's just like a little bit too much. It's also kind of like artificial tasting. I'm gonna put it maybe in D tier. It's not like offensive by any means, but I don't think that I would ever pick it. I definitely don't think I would ever buy like a whole pack of it, and I definitely feel like if I drank this whole can, I would not feel good about it. So it's going in D tier. Okay, berry. Shoot, I don't know if I've tried berry. Where is berry? I'm very excited to try berry. What does it smell like? Maybe raspberry? Yeah, I think that's like a raspberry flavor. Honestly, it's refreshing, but I don't know if I really fuck with the flavor that much. Like, I've never really been a big berry person. In fact, ever since I was a kid, and I don't know if this story's gonna make sense to anyone, but like, did anyone else like have siblings, and each sibling had like a specific color that everything they had would be that color? Like, in my house, everything I would have would be blue, and everything my brother would have would be green, and my sister would be like red or pink. So like, I would have a blue plate with dinner, and my cup would be blue always, so we would always know like whose was whose, because blue was like my favorite color, and also it just came to be associated with me. So then anytime like my grandparents would get us candy or anything, they'd always get my brother like green apple and my sister pink like strawberry or something like that, and they would get me blue. And for some reason, a lot of times blue would be raspberry. I guess they couldn't come up with another blue flavor, so it would just be blue raspberry, and I really didn't like it. It's grown on me a little bit since then, but I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't ever pick it myself, but I would drink a can of it. It is pretty refreshing. So I'm gonna put it maybe in C tier. It's just kind of like, meh, I don't really care, you know? Why should I care about a berry LaCroix? Oh, shit. Next flavor is tangerine. So I have tried this before, and I already know that I don't really like it, but I'm gonna try it again for the sake of this experiment. And while I open this can, I'd like to talk about LaCroix in a broader sense, because there seem to be two different camps of people that watch this channel. There seem to be people that also enjoy LaCroix and are curious to know my thoughts on every flavor. And then there are also people who hate LaCroix. I should say that I also used to hate LaCroix. I used to think it was so gross. In fact, I remember when I was like in middle school, I used to play Risk a lot with my friends. And sometimes, to make the stakes more interesting, we would make it so the loser of the game would have to drink a whole can of LaCroix, because our parents would always have LaCroix. My friends' parents would always have LaCroix. So we all hated LaCroix so much that we would make the losing friend drink an entire can of LaCroix. And usually they couldn't even finish a can because it was so nasty. But when I was in college, I got like way too into soda and I started drinking it way too much. And then like even after college, when Drew was staying with us to prepare for the tour, he drank a lot of lime LaCroix. So I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. Can I try some? And at first I didn't really like it. At first it definitely tastes like a soda fountain soda, but like the syrup is not working, and so you barely get any flavor. So it's just like seltzer water and like a tiny minuscule amount of flavor. Yeah. Tangerine, I think, might be like the most flavorful LaCroix, and that's not necessarily a good thing because I don't really like the tangerininess. This one tastes so much like a tangerine. It literally feels like biting into a tangerine. I just think that's a little bit too much for LaCroix. LaCroix's not supposed to have that much flavor. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Yeah, I don't really like tangerine. So with all that being said, I feel like the appeal of LaCroix to me isn't to have something like super flavorful. Like soda is like so sweet and sugary. LaCroix's like a whole different thing. It's like if you like lemon water at a restaurant or something like that, where you like want some water, but you want just like a tiny little bit of flavor to it. It also has carbonation in it, which makes it a little more interesting. I think that's what makes it so gross to most people at first, because you're not used to tasting carbonated things that don't have a ton of flavor in them. Like the only carbonated things you ever drink are like Coke or Sprite that have like a ton of sugar in them. So tasting something that's carbonated without like a lot of flavor is really jarring at first. So that's why it takes a while to get used to. Okay, orange. Okay, we're staying in the orange realm of things. I don't think I've had orange. I've only had tangerine. So let's see if orange is any better than tangerine. Oh yeah. That's a much more classic orange flavor. The first time I had tangerine, I thought it was gonna be like orange flavored, but it's really like tangerine flavored. Like if you can picture the difference between like the flavor of like an orange crush soda or like orange juice versus like a cutie, one of those little tangerines, that's the difference between these two LaCroix. This tastes much more like a substitute for like a crush or something like that. I still can't say I'm a huge fan. I don't really like orange flavored things that much. Like if I was drinking soda, I would never reach for like a Fanta or a crush on my own. But for what it is, it's pretty good. I think that falls in the same category as berry. So that's gonna go in the C category. Actually, you know, no, I like it a little bit more than that. I'm gonna put it in the B category. Yeah, that's actually quite delightful. That's actually, quite fun. Raz Cran. Oh shit, we're getting crazy now. So I'm pretty sure berry was raspberry. And now they throw in Raz Cran into the mix? That's raspberry plus cranberry? That's a little bit crazy, don't you think? More like Raz Crazeberry. Yeah, I haven't had this one either, so we'll see how it goes. It smells really similar to the berry. They smell exactly the same, except Raz Cranberry smells more. Like it smells like more things. It smells like berry plus more. Probably cran. Nah, this might upset a lot of people, but I don't really like cranberry. I don't like cranberry flavored anything. That's going in the D tier. It's not like offensive, but it's just a flavor I don't really like. So, okay, watermelon. Oh, who remembers how much I liked watermelon before? Actually, this is like the only cold one, because this is the only one that's been in my fridge. The rest of them have been warm, I forgot to mention. And you know what? I'm willing to admit that the last time I tried watermelon, I had recently brushed my teeth. So I was definitely disgusted by watermelon at first, but I've realized since then that maybe it was because I had just brushed my teeth. I had that weird feeling in my mouth that, like, you know, everything tastes kind of bitter. So actually, maybe I'll enjoy this now. We shall see. Oh, no, it's still bad. Yeah. No, I gotta be honest. Somehow this tastes like the most artificial out of any LaCroix flavor I've had. That's like, doesn't taste like a watermelon. It tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. But it also tastes like if somehow like the watermelon Jolly Rancher had like a Jolly Rancher rind on it, and you just took the rind and dissolved it in sparkling water, and that's what this tastes like. No, that's gross. I don't like that. That's going in F tier. Yeah, fuck watermelon LaCroix. All my homies hate watermelon LaCroix. Pesticue? More like
Nasty Q.
no, I can't believe that people like that. That's weird. Okay, here we go. Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse. I don't know how to pronounce it in French, but it looks like pamplemousse, which always reminds me of that thing in gymnastics that the people do. Pommel horse. I always think that they're the same word. I'm gonna go do my gymnastics routine on the pamplemousse. Pamplemousse is grapefruit, if you don't know. I've had this many a time, and I enjoy it. I feel like it's got just the right amount of flavor. Like, it's not too overbearing like the tangerine is, but it's also not like super mellow either. And we do buy this from time to time. This is a flavor that we actually get and enjoy, so I feel like I'm gonna put this one in B tier. I'm feeling pretty good about pamplemousse. Pommel horse. Pamela Anderson. I hope the microphone's not picking up what's going on over here. I've got like all of the barely drinking LaCroix sitting over here, and they are all just kind of like crackling, or, you know, what is the word? Sizzling? What did sodas do? Bubbling? They're just kind of bubbling. Can you hear that? Next flavor is All Reliable. Beautiful, elegant lime. I already know I like lime. I don't know what kind of psycho drinks pure LaCroix, like just straight up bubbly water without any flavor to it. But I'm pretty sure that's what this next one is. Pure LaCroix. Actually, you know, I should take that back, because I have drinking plain sparkling water before, but it was more out of necessity, because we went on vacation to Mexico earlier this year, and I really wanted some LaCroix, but they didn't have any, so I just kept asking for sparkling water and then putting lime in it if they had it. But sometimes they didn't have lime at the place we were staying, so I would just end up drinking plain sparkling water. And honestly, eventually I started to like it a little bit. Like, it really started to scratch my itch, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it smells like nothing.
And it tastes like nothing.
That's weird. This is probably how flavored LaCroix drinks to people who aren't like used to LaCroix. It's like the sensation of drinking bubbly water that doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. It's like really weird. I don't know why, because I don't think it really tastes different than water. It's just water with bubbles in it. So it shouldn't really taste different. It's just like the feeling of bubbles being in your mouth without flavor. Well, I can say without a doubt I would never buy that from the store. I'm gonna put this bad boy in... Am I gonna put it in E or F tier? Really, what's the difference between E and F tier anyway? Is there really a distinct difference at this point? I'm gonna put it in E tier. Like, it's not flavorful, which I don't like, but at least it's not like offensive. Like, it's not like bitter, like the nasty Q. Hibiscus! This is one that I haven't tried yet. I've seen some people say they love it, and some people say they hate it. To my understanding, hibiscus is a flower, and I say that because we have a hibiscus at our house, and it's a flower. So I was gonna say, I is not sure if this is gonna taste like a flower or not. If it does taste like a flower, I'm guessing I'm not gonna like it, because that sounds gross. Like, what am I, a bee that eats flowers? What do bees do? They eat pollen, or they take the pollen? I don't know what they do, but they do something with flowers. Oh, huh. That's actually not bad. It's actually kind of good. Wow. I was not expecting to like that. It kind of tastes like, I don't know, it almost tastes like Kool-Aid or something. Like, not at all what I was expecting it to taste like. That's good. I wish I've tasted it more, because right now my mouth like feels kind of weird from drinking so many sips of different flavored things so much in a row, but I feel like I want to put this in A or B tier. I feel like I can't in good confidence at this very moment put it in A tier, so I'm gonna put it in B tier for now, but that is a lot better than I was expecting. Okay, moving on. Apricot. I should quickly note that I don't feel so good, honestly. My tummy, it feels like it's honestly kind of about to explode. I feel like I've got a lot of carbonation, and I feel like I'm inflating like a balloon. Let's just keep moving on. Apricot. I've never tried this flavor before. Oh. Ew. That tastes like apricot, like for a little bit, but then also has like an undertone of like body odor or something, like sweat. I think that's going in F tier. I don't know, there's something about that that's just sweaty. Passion fruit. I haven't tried this one either. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what a passion fruit tastes like, so I'm kind of excited to see. Nah. This kind of has the same problem as apricot, I feel like. It's got like a weird aftertaste that tastes like sweat. Does my mouth just taste like sweat right now? That's 2 in a row that have tasted kind of sweaty. Am I sweaty? No. There's something wrong with that one. It's not as bad as apricot though. I'm gonna put this in, I think I'm gonna put that in C tier. It's just got like a little bit of sweat to it. And the more I taste it, the more it goes away. It's actually not that bad. I think I might have had some sweat taste left in my mouth from apricot. That was the problem. I gotta stop taking so many sips of each one. Like, I feel like by now I've drinking like a total of several cans of LaCroix, which is definitely not good for one sitting. I feel like I'm kind of full of gas right now. Okay. Peach pear. I have had peach pear before. I like peaches, I like pears, and I like peach pear. It's just like a little bit too much for me. Like the pear is like really distinct and I don't know, something about it. It's like really flavorful. This is one of the more flavorful cans. All right, we're coming down to the wire here. We got mango. I've never had mango, but that all ends today. Okay. I'm gonna put that in C. This is the last can that I have in person. That is key lime. Key lime is pretty good. I've had key lime before. Wait, is there a type of lime called key lime, or is key lime only referring to the pie? Because in my head, it's just a pie. But thinking about it now, I feel like key lime is like an actual type of lime. Let me Google this. The difference between a key lime and a regular lime. Okay, so key limes are, it is a specific type of lime. So this is kind of like lime, but different. This is good, and honestly, I'm not a fan of key lime pie. I've never had like a regular, just a plain old key lime. At least not to my knowledge, I don't think I have. But I like this more than I like key lime pie, but less than I like the lime LaCroix. I've also heard my friend describe this as tasting like the lime flavored Skittles, if you've ever had those, and I think that's pretty spot on. I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's a good taste, it's a fun taste. I have bought key lime before and I've enjoyed it, but it's not one of my top picks. And last but not least, we have limoncello. Again, I couldn't find a can of limoncello, but let me just tell you, it's my favorite flavor of LaCroix of all time. It tastes like lemon plus like kind of like vanilla, which is really different for LaCroix because pretty much all of these are just flavors of fruit and different mixtures of fruit, with the exception of hibiscus, which is a flower. But like having that vanilla-y kind of flavor in there really takes it to the next level. It tastes like lemon cake. So if you haven't had limoncello, I would highly recommend it, so long as you like LaCroix. With any of my recommendations, if you don't like sparkling water or like flavored sparkling water, then there's 100% chance you will think any flavor of LaCroix is disgusting, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this list. So yeah, there you have it. There's a whole bunch of LaCroix cans that I've had just but a couple of sips out of. I feel like I'm about to bust, and not in a good way. So let me know what you think of my tier list. Let me know what kind of controversial LaCroix opinions you have. But I think that's it for this LaCroix tier list. But with all that being said, now it's time to talk about our sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the absolute easiest way to build a website for whatever your needs may be, whether it's like making a personal portfolio of your work or starting an online business, an online blog, or anything in between. They make it really easy to make a website without having to get intimidated by things like coding. If you make a website with Squarespace, you never have to code anything. It's all very visual. I've built websites with Squarespace before, and I have no knowledge of like HTML or anything like that. They've got really beautiful templates you can start from, and they'll look good right off the bat. All you gotta do is fill in all the blanks, and you've got like a beautiful looking website right from the go, and you can customize it from there if you want to. You can add things to your website really easily, like an online store. You can add video if you want to embed video for people to play, or audio with audio blocks. You can have multiple contributors to your website, so if you have like business partners or friends that you run a website with, you can easily give them access to also edit your website. But it's not just easy to build the website, it's easy to maintain and keep your audience growing and up to date as well. You can use email campaigns. They've got great traffic analytics. You can look at how many people are coming to your website, what types of people are coming to your website. You can also use Squarespace to post to all of your other socials. So if you run a business and you want to let everybody know about a new product or something on your Facebook, your Tumblr, and your Twitter, you can post to all of them at once using Squarespace. So if all that sounds good to you, you want to start a website for your business or a personal project, or you just want to mess around and see what Squarespace is all about, head on over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Danny to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Squarespace. It really helps when you check out my sponsors, helps me get more in the future, so I really appreciate it. I'm probably gonna go explode from all the carbonation in my tummy tum-tum. Bye. Welcome back to the second channel, everybody. Hope you guys had a fun and safe new year and are keeping to your New Year's resolutions. Personally, I'm going into this new year a little bit different. We had a theme at our New Year's get together. It was like celebrities of 2021. So Laura and I were Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. So that's why I have tattoos on my arm. They're not real. I didn't really get a tattoo of a wolf's face and a giant flower, okay? So don't ask. They're not real. All right, well, I'd say it's about time for another Reddit video, guys. What do you say? The last one I did was over a month ago. Whoops, I did not mean to go that long without doing another one, but here we are. There's been a lot of activity on the subreddit since that video. We've got 40,000 members in the subreddit now, and I've seen a lot of interesting posts. This is the very top post. It says, guys, I saw Danny today, and it's a picture of Danny DeVito walking a sweet little dog in a tutu. Okay, that's not me. There's gonna be some good posts this week, dude. I can feel it. Okay, let's see what the comments are. Aw, he's wearing such a nice dress. Oh, they think I'm the dog. Person tagged a subreddit called Technically the Truth. I guess that's technically true. They didn't say Danny Gonzalez. I just saw Danny today. He is so small. He is a small little guy. All right, let's see if there's any posts about like me or my videos or anything. Okay, this one's about me. Oh, this is a fun post. Look at this. All right, saw Danny last night at Curtis's show. Yeah, that's me. Last month I went to go see Curtis. He was on tour and he had shows in New York and he wasn't coming to Chicago at all on the tour, and I was like, I want to come see you. So I decided to go to the New York shows. We had a lot of fun. I got to hang out with Curtis and his and Jacob and Dean and our friend Jake and Jenna. They all sort of like pressured me to go on stage at the very end, because I guess Jacob and Dean were opening for Curtis, and so they were gonna go on stage at the end of the show, and they were like, Danny, you should come with, even though like nobody knew I was there. And also Curtis was on stage at the time, so he wasn't there to be like, yeah, that'd be funny. So I was like, I don't really know if Curtis will want me to do that, but then Jenna was like, you should do it, and so I said, okay. And I went up on stage, and not to toot my own horn, but people went kinda crazy. It was actually pretty wild. I think people were surprised to see me, so it was really cool. And Jacob did twerk on me, so that was kind of a highlight of the trip. They were both staring directly at you. Literally was so honored. I do remember doing this. There was one person in the front row who was holding up a phone to take a picture of me, so I did go like that for the picture. The fuck you do to them? What does that mean? Do we look pissed or something? I guess we do kind of look like, what the hell are you, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I forgot the person who took this picture was wearing something super offensive. So we were both kind of stunned and too shocked to speak. This is the Danniest pic of Danny there is. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I'd say everything is pretty Danny right here. How does Danny keep getting younger with time? What's his secret? It's weird that someone brought that up for this picture that took place in New York. I had a super weird thing happen to me. This happens sometimes to me, and it's kind of annoying, honestly. We were checking into the hotel in New York, Laura and I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Home Alone Lost in New York, but basically Kevin is a little kid and he's staying in a hotel by himself, and all the hotel staff is very suspicious of him. And like the same thing like happened to me when we were checking into the hotel. There was like the lady checking us in, and then the manager of the hotel like standing over her shoulder, and he just like kept staring at me and saying the same thing over and over. He just kept saying, you look so young. And I was like, thanks. Actually, I have gray hairs. I don't really feel that young, but thank you. And he said, yeah, you look really young. I felt like he was trying to get me to like admit to something, like, oh, well, that's because I'm 12 years old. I stole my dad's credit card and I'm staying at this hotel by myself with my 12-year-old girlfriend. But anyway, just kind of a fun little thing that happened on that trip. If Danny and Drew had a child. Oh no. Oh god, that's so weird. That does look like a mix between me and Drew. I've seen a YouTube channel before of someone deep faking my face onto Drew's and Drew's face onto mine, and it's very uncanny, very disturbing. Danny says, well, goodbye, gents, before running and flying away into the sky like a bird. Ah yes, this is a clip from one of my old YouTube videos. Baxter Wittenberg. Well, goodbye, gents. Honestly, that's some pretty solid visual effects work right there. You see that? No green screen or nothing. The camera's moving. Well, goodbye, and I just fly off into the distance. That's pretty good. I was a bit of a VFX prodigy in my day. Yeah, these were weird-ass videos for sure. There's a series of videos on YouTube about Baxter Wittenberg, this character, and his adventure with these two guys, who are actually my brother and our really good friend. And they're very weird, so if you find them and you watch them, just know that I also think that they're odd. Meet Danny Gonzalez, leader of the army of Meg. I like that they made me a girl, and then like the only real thing they changed about the room, aside from changing the name to Meg, was like, well, a girl wouldn't have a nutcracker in the background. They wouldn't have a little toy soldier decoration. What do girls like? Ballerinas. Everyone knows girls like ballerinas and boys like nutcrackers. Oh, wait. Is it because the Nutcracker is like a ballet? Isn't the Nutcracker like a musical, ballet, theater thing? Is that what's going on here? I'm just trying to understand the parallel between the Nutcracker and a ballet dancer. The ballet dancer was a nice touch, this person says, but no explanation as to why. That's every mom in a Pixar film. I guess it makes sense that if you made me look like a girl Instead of looking like every man in a Pixar film, I would look like every woman in a Pixar film. Okay, Grandpa Danny looking absolutely fresh as hell in an Adidas hoodie. Let me tell you about the good old days of Vine. Yeah, every time I talk about Vine to someone now, I have to be like, Vine, do you remember that? Did you know what that is? Because it just feels like so long ago. And I feel like some people who are now like almost adults might have been too young to even be on Vine when it was like a thing, which is very strange. Granny. That's funny. Grandpa Danny is Granny. No fucking joke, this kinda looks like my grandma. What the fuck, dude? That is clearly an old man. This is an old man. This does not look like a grandma. Actually kinda looks like my grandma. Aw, he'd look so cute, lol. Not he will look so cute. I like that it's like a conditional. Oh, he would look so cute if he ever got that old. We all know Danny's gonna die in his late 30s. Poor sap. Danny says goodbye, gents, and then disappears out of existence. Oh, it's another video from Baxter Wittenberg. Let's go. Well, goodbye, gents. Okay, the effects on this one are not quite as good. I remember I shot this part in front of a green screen. You can kind of tell the edges are a little fuzzy if you watch my cheek right here. Yeah, it's a little wonky. Whoops, what are you gonna do? Spy Danny? Okay, that's just a picture from one of my videos. That's just a picture of me. What is all this just posting pictures of me? Can we get some memes maybe? Can we get some fresh new jokes in the subreddit? Some fan art? I guess there's been some art. Never mind, I'll take it back. The whole sculpture made from scratch using chocolate with every little detail. Okay, what is this gonna be? Okay. It's a big piece of chocolate. Now it's a white piece of chocolate. Now it's a red piece of chocolate. Now it's a tube of chocolate. What's he gonna make? Okay, I'm just gonna skip forward, Jesus. Oh, he's making boots. Oh, god damn, what is he? Oh, shit, dude. A chocolate nutcracker. Cool. Sometimes I feel like I have to pretend to be a little bit more into nutcrackers than I am. Danny, is this accurate? We need answers. Okay, it looks like someone asked Siri who Danny Gonzalez is, and it comes up with this. Danny Gonzalez, electrician and influencer. Country of citizenship, Kazakhstan? Who is Danny Gonzalez? Brought up my contact in my phone for myself. That's not helpful. I can't Google my name. I can't. Let me just see if I Google myself. Danny Gonzalez. Okay, it says I'm 27 years old. That is correct. 5'11", that is not correct. I'm 5'10". Danny Gonzalez, Kazakhstan? Okay, the first thing that comes up is a LinkedIn profile for an airline captain. Okay, so this guy, Daniel Gonzalez, has worked in Kazakhstan. So maybe Siri thinks that we're the same person. Didn't it also say electrician? I don't know where the hell Siri is getting her information from. It says from Wikipedia. Okay, let's look at my Wikipedia. It doesn't even have like country of citizenship on here, but it does have a lot of information about me. Let's see. Wow. Comedian, gamer, and musician. Damn, I never thought my occupation on my Wikipedia page would say gamer. That's kind of crazy. Play Minecraft on Twitch for a couple months, and you're a professional gamer. And that is your job. Let's see if it's got any spicy info on here. He is associated with fellow YouTube comedians Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor, and Cody Ko. Gonzalez attended Wheaton North High School, where he was on the school's speech team. He went to Georgia Tech. He married Laura. And that's about it. You guys aren't very good at stalking me. Can we get some personal information on the Wikipedia page, please? I'm talking my address. I'm talking my blood type. Not actually. Please don't put any of my personal information on there. I wonder if can I edit my own Wikipedia page, do you think? And then for the references, just put I am him. Oh, there's categories that I'm in the bottom. 1994 births, living people, American male comedians, Vine celebrities. That's just a straight up list of Vine celebrities. Wow. I forgot like half of these people existed. Nash Greer and Hayes Greer. I wonder what they're up to these days. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. All right, some fan art. That's very nice. How'd they do it? Yo, the Pony Up Daddy. Kind of sad that I never bought one of these to test it out for myself, but I feel like the excitement for that has come and gone, but that would be pretty fun to get one of these. Just ride somebody around. I was gonna say, I feel like it'd be a funny video if I tested out the Pony Up Daddy, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, who would I get to be the daddy in this situation? Like, who could I invite over for me to ride them around? Just seems kind of mean to get anyone involved in that video. I guess I could be the daddy, and someone could pony me up and ride me around, but that's also seems weird to be like, hey, do you want to come film a YouTube video over at my house? And then they get there and they're like, so what are we doing commentary on? And I'm like, you're not doing commentary on anything. You're riding on me. You're riding on my back. You're gonna do commentary on how good of a horsey I am. Ew. So, I guess ratatouille fanfic is a thing. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm planning to. Oh, shit. There's ratatouille fanfic? And they have, like, a surprising amount of views. 600 views, 1,000 views. The Fault in Our Cheese. People are tagging me. People are tagging my username. People finally know. Oh, wait. This one's spelled wrong. I kind of want to look those up. What is that website called again? Wattpad. Okay. Ratatouille. Show me the money, dude. There are several. Ratatouille Greg and Marcel. The Fault in Our Cheese. Ratatouille Cast and God. Dude, what are these about? Greg and Marcel want to fuck. Also, Carol is an onion sometimes? What? Dude, who is writing these? All right, let's read the one where Marcel is apparently gonna get with the reader. Hopefully this isn't too long. Let's see. You see him, Marcel, walk into class like you saw and shit down. He look at you and smile. Hello, Danny. How is you? You bloosh and answer. Good. He chackle. That is good. He wink at you and you walk away. Okay, this is just hogwash. What is this? I guess I can't be sure that this person is even like a fan of me. They might have come across ratatouille somewhere else, but I feel like this person might be trying to do the same thing that was so funny about the fanfic of me and Drew, where it's just like so poorly written. But this one is like incomprehensible. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think I can read that, man. It's unreadable. You've written an unreadable story. If you want me to read your story about a cartoon mouse trying to get with me, at least use autocorrect, please. This person got notified like 10 times about my video. I wonder why that happened. And can I make it happen for everyone next time I post a video? Danny's biggest hater. Drink a bucket of bleach or date Danny Gonzalez again. Okay, a kind of a funny thing happened with this guy. I don't know if you remember this guy from one of my last videos, but he just keeps like making up these funny stories about how he like used to know celebrities and stuff like that. And so I made a video about him, and then he made a video doing the same thing to me. It's not this. This is photoshopped. Whoever posted this photoshopped this. But he made some video being like, Danny made this video about me, and the only reason he made it is because a few years ago we used to be really good friends, and then he came on to me and confessed his feelings to me, and I turned him down. And then he also made a video about me saying that my video was funny, but he also said that like me and my fans don't understand what satire is, because he's just doing satire. Even though in my video like multiple times I say this is just satire, he says he's just doing satire. So anyway, when he posted this video about this story about me confessing my feelings towards him, I commented on his post the ultimate clap back. Not really clap back, I just thought it was a funny joke. I commented back something like, yeah, when I confessed my feelings for you, that was just satire, dude. It was pretty funny, it was a good callback, and then you know what he did? He deleted the video. So now nobody can see that I had such a funny line. I'm actually not really sure why he deleted it. It was kind of, I mean, it was a funny video. It was honestly like a good retort to my video, just being like, oh, fine, I'll do the same thing to you. But for some reason, he deleted it, and we'll never know why. That does look like me. That's pretty good. Okay, we might be getting to the end of the cream of the crop here. All right, I'm gonna switch to hot and see what's hot right now. What are people saying about me in the moment, dude? Let's see what the conversation is all about. Danny flipping us off. Nice, dude. Another picture of me. Wow, he is such a gentleman. I guess that is sort of a gentlemanly thing to do.
M'lady?
This movie lives rent-free in my head. Is this a Disney Channel original movie, Zapped? I haven't made a Disney Channel movie in a while. Maybe I should do it about this one. Zapped? What's it about? Zapped movie. It's got 2.5 stars. It could be good. Okay, this looks like a different movie. I think I clicked on the wrong Wikipedia page. Zapped is a 1982 American teen sex comedy. Okay. Nope, wrong one. For sure. Yeah, you know that Disney Channel original teen sex comedy? Although this one also seems to have a pretty bad score on Rotten Tomatoes. So maybe I should look into that as well. Disney Zapped. 16-year-old Zoe Stevens is a skilled dancer, having a hard time adjusting to a new school, a new klutzy dance squad, a new stepdad, 3 new rowdy stepbrothers, and an unruly dog. But things change when a dog training app on her smartphone begins to somehow control all the boys. What is with every Disney Channel original movie being about trying to make the opposite sex perfect? There's like How to Build a Better Boy, Pixel Perfect, and now this, where it's like, I'm gonna create the perfect boy, I'm gonna create the perfect girl, I'm gonna control the boys. Someone on the Disney writing team has like a god complex or something. They're like having a board meeting and they're like, okay, so what can we make movies about? What are things that teens struggle with? Like asking out your crush, trying to find yourself, and then some guy in the corner's like playing God and creating the perfect teen 17 to be the target of my affection, and then they just listen to him and do that for every movie. All right, well, I think that that's probably good for this video, gang. So thank you for watching. Keep on posting on the subreddit, and I will keep on making videos about the subreddit. I will see you guys next time, and hopefully I'll be posting on the main channel soon as well. My goal for this year is to try to post more and good stuff. So if you're into that, then stay tuned. I'm going to be trying to post more on this channel and the main channel, and I've actually hired people to help me post more. So hopefully it all goes well, and I'll be making more videos and better videos. So if you're into that, then hit that subscribe button, smash it into pieces, and bye. Okay, I actually did shave my head, but isn't that a great title? How crazy would that be if I actually did that? If I actually came on here and my hair was still long and I was like, yep, the whole thing was a farce. I faked my own Instagram photos. I got my friends to fake their wedding photos just for a video. I somehow have like the best filter on any video ever that's like the most convincing head shaved filter. I come on here, my hair's actually longer than it was before. It's like down to my shoulders. That's right, I actually got my hair lengthened. I'm like putting my hair up into a little bun at the start of the video. Well, everyone, welcome back to another video on this very fine day on the second channel. Got a little bit of sparkling water here, which I will be blurring. No free promo for you, vague sparkling water company. I have to say, a lot of people probably saw I was just in Europe for a couple weeks, and I think possibly one of my favorite parts of the whole trip, aside from like my friends getting married, was that like every restaurant just like automatically serves sparkling water. They come around and they're like, you guys want sparkling water? And you're like, hell yeah, and they bring it over. I was sipping this the whole time I was gone, dude. I was getting goofy and wacky, quite frankly. We are gonna be doing another subreddit video here today, so let's go ahead and click on top, and let's click on of the month. I don't remember the last time I did a subreddit video, but I feel like it was like a month ago, so let's freaking get into it. Oh, and the very first post is about how me and Laura ran a marathon. Wow, thank you guys. Yeah, it's just a picture of us both holding our medals, and I'm sure the caption is also congratulating us, so. Oh yeah. Danny ran so fast his hair is still at the starting line. I actually broke the world record for a marathon. Not for the speed or anything, not my time. I just broke the record as the first person to run so fast that my hair was actually shorter at the finish line than it was at the starting line. No one's ever done that before. At this point, we need a hair mega thread, LOL. Yeah, so it's my understanding that after I posted pictures of my newly shaved head, the subreddit was just in disarray. People like could not stop posting about it. Every single post was just being like, why do you do that? What's wrong? What happened? It's been an interesting couple of weeks to see how people have reacted to me cutting my hair. Not just on the subreddit, but like every single social media I have, the comments are, quite frankly, they're unhinged. If we go to this TikTok I posted with my freshly shaved head, the top comment is, Danny, you better be joking, hell nah. And that has 38,000 likes. We have no Danny, Danny Y, no. I mean, just scrolling down here, you can see the reception was lukewarm at best. Please tell me it's just a prank, bro. I need to know it's just a prank. Danny Y. That seems to be the overwhelming sentiment, is people just like wondering why I did this. So look, do you want me to tell you why I shaved my head? Do you need an explanation? Do I even want to give an explanation? Honestly, it's my hair. Do I need to explain every like minor change to my appearance that I make? Alright, I'll tell you. Honestly, there's not really any big reason to it. I think I got the idea because last time I got my hair cut, I was talking to my barber. I was telling him I was running a marathon soon, and on the way out, he was like, well, if you want to, you know, shave your head or anything right before the marathon, let me know. Come back in and I'll shave your head. And I think he was just joking, but it kind of got me thinking like, huh, maybe I do want to shave my head before the marathon. It also got me thinking like, is that a thing? Like, why did he say that? Was it to be like more aerodynamic, or does he think I would look good with a shave? I don't know. To this day, I still don't know what he meant. But it did get me thinking, and I was like, I never have shaved my head before. I wonder what it would look like. I don't even know what the shape of my head is. My hair's always been pretty long. What if I shave my head and I have this like insane shaped head? What if I look like one of those like ancient Mayan skulls they find that are shaped like alien skulls? It's possible. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like, and I also wanted to do something kind of crazy for the marathon just to kind of like match the intensity of the marathon. I wanted an intense haircut. I just wanted to do something crazy for the marathon. Also, I thought it would be kind of funny. I thought it would be funny to see how I would look with a bald head, because I thought I would look pretty goofy. And I thought it would be funny to see how people reacted to me shaving my head. And It was pretty funny. I mean, most of the reactions are pretty funny. They're just like people being like, oh, whoa, like super surprised. I will say, even though I did do it a little bit just to see people's reactions, some people's reactions were too much. There were definitely people that I did not realize were a little bit too invested in like what my hair looks like. So that is, you know, that's good to know going forward. You guys are haters. He looks good. Yeah, no, for real. I was pleasantly surprised. I think he looks fire. No, he doesn't. Don't give him any ideas. Nobody say anything nice about him. He might keep it. Next video, I tricked everyone into thinking I cut my hair. That is gonna be the title of this video. So, kind of an epic comment moment. I was looking at my grandpa's army company photo from 1957, Fort Dix, New Jersey, and found Danny. Okay, yeah, I see it. Honestly, the smile I think is what's throwing me off a little bit. Like, that doesn't really look like how, well, I kind of do smile like that sometimes as a joke. I kind of like, but it looks like he smiles like that for real. I don't think he's doing it ironically. I don't think he's doing like an ironic army photo shoot. If I was really in the army, I'd probably smile like this. Unless I was really scared. I feel like I would probably be pretty scared in the army. Then I might smile like this. That does kind of look like how he's smiling. He's like me, but scared. This has got to be one of the best ones I've seen, LOL. 95% of the time, I never see the correlation between the Danny clones and the actual Danny. But damn, this one is spot on. Okay, I mean, I fuck with it. If everyone else sees it, I'll agree. You could literally post a picture of like an otter and say, this looks like me. And if it got enough upvotes and enough people agreed, I would probably get on here and be like, I guess I see it. Yeah, sure, of course. I also am like a little water weasel. I hold hands with my wife as we float down the river together. I'm an otter. Yeah, I forget. I guess I always forget about that. Thank you. We're getting some critical thinking in the subreddit. I saw some people when I posted my most recent main channel video being like, look, he didn't really shave his head. He didn't really shave his head. Oh, look, I know we just got back from vacation like 2 days ago. So he probably filmed this video before vacation, meaning before he shaved his head. But this means he didn't shave his head. Y'all gotta use some critical thinking, man. Junior Sean, you are critical. You have a critical brain. My praying mantis loved Danny and he just died, so I'm posting this to honor him. Aww. Wow, what a sweet little guy. There he is. There he is. Well, I'm sorry about your praying mantis, dude. It looks like he's been, you know, following me for a while, honestly. He's been kind of a Greg since whenever I posted this video, like 2 years ago. How long do praying mantises live? Larger species may live 4 to 6 months. I guess it is an insect. I assumed he's been alive for years and he's been like following me all this time. He's kind of a newer fan, all things considered. 4 to 6 months? Yeah, honestly, he hasn't even really been with me through thick and thin. He hasn't really like seen the ups and downs of my channel. I was thinking this guy was like a long-term fan, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's sad that he died, sure. No, I'm sorry about your praying mantis. That is sad. I hope that you're able to buy a new one that is better. I hope that your next one is better. I'm sorry for your loss. He was a true Greg, frowny face. It did seem like he was a Greg, to be fair. Actually, all the videos are full screen. I wanted to look to see if he had notifications on, but rip Danny. Hope the praying mantis is doing well, though. Oh, the praying mantis didn't die. I did. My praying mantis loved Danny, and he just died, so I'm posting this to honor him. Damn, I'm sorry for your praying mantis that his favorite creator just died, dude. That sucks. Literally any white guy. Is it just me, or does he look like Danny? That's me, too, honestly. Any white guy or, you know, otter that the subreddit posts, this is me. Just like me, it's like looking in a mirror. Guys, Danny was in Europe for a wedding. Let's go. That's right, folks. I was in Europe for Curtis and Jetta's wedding. It was the most beautiful wedding in the world. Holy cow. I'm so happy for them. Honestly, they're the best. I'm honored that I got to be there. It was literally like the best trip of my whole life. So Curtis and Jetta, thank you for inviting us. It was the coolest thing ever. We went to like Paris and Nice and then 2 different places in Italy. It was like the most beautiful trip ever. It was so pretty. I haven't been to Europe since I was a little kid and Laura had never been before. So it was very cool to like explore and travel because we haven't gotten to do that in a while. Yeah, it was super cool. Oh my gosh, dude, so much has happened since the last time I did a subreddit. We haven't even talked about the ghost video either. But yeah, Watcher, who if you don't know is a channel run by Shane and Ryan from BuzzFeed Unsolved, asked if I wanted to do a ghost hunting video with them because of my ghost hunting video. So maybe that's gonna happen at some point. We're still kind of like working out the details, so we'll see if that happens. But honestly, that sounds incredible, dude. I would love to do that. It was really fun doing the ghost hunting stuff. Even though, like, I don't particularly believe in ghosts, really. I'm open to them, obviously. That's kind of why I did the video, because I was like, I wonder if I'll see anything. It's just kind of fun to do it and experience it, because people do have some, like, insane stories from ghost hunting. So, let's just say I'd like to create some insane stories of my own. Why is Danny's hair back in his newest video? Critical thinking alert. Critical thinking alert. You need to think critically alert. My sister's birthday cake, it slays. We ate around the face and now it's in my freezer. Oh my god. Holy cow. I like this. Honestly, I love it. The dedication, the craftsmanship. This is a beautiful cake. I am kind of wondering, did you alter the colors of this picture at all? Why do I have like red bags under my eyes? Do I just look like that? Is that just how I look? And they said they ate around the face and now it's in the freezer. Oh god, that's terrifying. What the hell, dude? I take it all back. I hate the dedication. Terrible idea. It's weird, all of the things that you don't think about when you're an influencer, like statistically at any given time, there's probably like X amount of people watching one of my videos somewhere in the world. But this is definitely a new one. Like at any given time, there could be like my face in someone's freezer. It's just one of those things you don't really think about. I can't get over this ghost hunting angle. Yeah, honestly, shout out to what's this dude's name? Francois Bourgeois. I think maybe out of all of the ways I could have pronounced that, that was maybe like the worst. No, wait, why did I say Francois? His name's Francis. What the fuck? Francis Bourgeois. He's a trained TikToker and he uses this angle all the time in his train videos. I was like, this is like the perfect angle, I feel like, for this video, because Jake was holding the camera. No matter where he is, I can always have a camera angle of my face to show like my reaction to things. Also, one of the top 10 moments of the video, me like sniffing the pee, that camera angle came in so clutch, dude. That might be the best shot I've ever gotten in a video. Me just sniffing pee? What's better than that, huh? Just Danny bent over sniffing a pile of piss. Oh baby, now this is a meme, dude. When I say, can we get some memes in the subreddit? This is what I mean. New, fresh meme format straight out of the oven. Look at this. It's me opening a drawer with me in it, and I say, instead of no Bible, no hair. That's a meme format right there, all right? This is what I'm talking about. Upvote this more. How many upvotes does this have? 1,000? This should have at least, how many people are there in the subreddit? 122,000? This should have at least 122,000 upvotes. This is a good meme right here. Dear Danny, my birthday is today. You're invited. Time right now. And I posted it 24 days ago. Shit. Danny looks like Dream, or is this another prank? I've seen people saying that. I don't think I look anything like Dream. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see it at all. Like, we don't even have the same color hair. It's like a different shade of brown, drastically different faces. We're both just two normal looking guys, all right? And if being normal makes you look exactly the same as someone, then I look like everyone. I look like everyone then. Guys, I think all of Greg should stop posting RIP Danny's hair type posts. He likes his hair. I didn't say I like it, but I do agree. And I feel like it could be hurtful with all the negativity that people are putting on. That's a very nice comment, and I do agree. I think that maybe it's too many comments about my hair. You know, I don't really think it's gotten to me that much, but I would just urge people to think about, like, if you made a change to your appearance and you like posted it on Instagram, and then you got like a comment that was just like no, and it got like 37,000 likes, what does that do to you? Again, people are mostly just joking and like kind of in shock, so I get it. I think generally I probably commented a little bit too much on my own appearance in videos. I make videos talking about doppelgangers and like having a young face. So I feel like to an extent, I've probably like invited it a little bit, but I think going forward, I'm probably not gonna react to as much stuff about my appearance because, you know, it's just my face, man. Pay attention to the content, you know? Pay attention to the memes. Pay attention to the jokes. I should be able to have like newts for hair and nobody comments on it. People, just listen to what I'm saying, all right? That's the point of the videos. Danny gotta update his profile picture. Honestly, should I? I do need a new profile picture, honestly. I'm not gonna make it this, but at some point I'm gonna need a new profile picture. Not that I'm committing to this hairstyle. That's not why. I just think that I need a new one because I've had this profile picture for so long. I'm wearing one of these like scoop neck t-shirts. Those aren't even like a thing anymore. It's like a t-shirt made for Squidward. Says I'm not gonna comment about my appearance anymore and then immediately reacts to something. Roasting my own shirt. The bald trinity. Yes. The prophecy is coming to fruition. Now I just need to get the other two to shave their heads. Or I'll do it myself. Then the prophecy will be complete. Okay, I think that's enough for the top of the month. Let's see if there's anything hot right now. Anything good that people have been talking about lately. If I introduce my girlfriend to Danny's videos, does that make our relationship incestuous because all Gregs are blood related? Technically yes. As long as she wasn't related to you before you introduced her to the videos, I'll make an exception just this once. I can tell you really like her, so you're good. All right, well, I think that's it for all the memes and goofs and wackiness for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of trying to find the worst iPhone game in the world. I had a lot of fun making the last video, but more importantly, I realized just how many terrible games there are on the App Store. Apple likes to pretend it's all just these like super polished, high quality games on the App Store, but if you just look slightly below surface level, it's just all garbage. It's all the strangest games you've ever heard of, these like ridiculous knockoffs, and that's where I want to start today. Let's just search a popular franchise and see how many knockoffs come up for it. Let's try Grand Theft Auto. Okay, first off, we have all of the actual Grand Theft Auto games first on the list, as you would expect. And then we get down to the games that want you to think they're Grand Theft Auto, like Real Gangster Mafia Vice Town, Open World Gangster Game, Gangster Town 2. Geez, there are so many. There's like hundreds of these. A grand, tough guy in Miami? What makes him so grand? The tough guy is grand? I love that he has security written on his back. Security for who? He starts fights with people and then he becomes security for himself. He's like, I gotta protect myself. These psychos are trying to hurt me. Why is he standing like that? That's a tough guy stance if I ever saw one. Don't mess with me, kid. Fuck around and you'll find out why. This app includes Crime Simulator, beautiful Miami crime-style landscape. I've always wanted to visit Miami for their beautiful crime-style landscape. Interesting rap hip-hop music. You can tell whoever made this game just has like no real life ties to like any of this culture. They're like, the rap and hip hop music is very interesting. Download a grand tough guy in Miami for free and win the mafia war between gangster bands. Bands? Back the fuck up, Tony. You know these are our streets, alright? And the only way that you're taking over this side of town is if you out-rock us. Okay, grand tough guy in Miami is getting downloaded. Let's try another popular franchise. What if we type in Spider-Man? We got Spider Fighter, Spider Fighter 2, Amazing Rope Police, Open World Rope Hero, Super Rope Hero. So many of them have rope in the name, it's almost like they think people searching for a Spider-Man game might be searching like, who's the guy that shoots rope? Who's the rope hero? Oh, I love that guy that shoots rope. What was he bitten by again? A radioactive cowboy? That's right, Cowboy Man, who shoots lassos out of his wrists. Okay, this is interesting. Gorilla Hero, superhero game. This game seems like it's trying to copy like a million different games at once. First off, it's a gorilla. It's like King Kong, but he's red and blue. To be like, no, he's Spider-Man. He's the rope guy. But also it's Grand Theft Auto, but also the bad guys are zombies. And also the gorilla actually isn't blue and red. He's like a human being with like a chain on. Oh, but sometimes he is blue and red and he is swinging from rope. Hello, are you crazy to play superhero games? This superhero fighting game or crime simulator gorilla rampage game, this sounds like it could be two drastically different games depending on how you play it. Superhero fighting game, you can, you know, take down villains, make the world a better place. Or simulator gorilla rampage game, you can be just a wild gorilla and fucking tear the city apart. All right, I am downloading gorilla superhero game. Okay, this could be kind of a fun change of pace. Not so much a knockoff, but still in the violence realm. Kung Fu Boy against bullying. Kung Fu Boy practiced the Kung Fu and some other martial arts to get ready against bullying. Okay, so it looks like it's a game about a kid who's getting bullied and he learns Kung Fu to combat the bullying. He doesn't say like, maybe I need to turn to like authority figures at my school to help. He says, I need to learn how to kill these bullies. Oh, okay, you get to go to the tournament. What is this needle button? Are we taking steroids? Actually, I don't know what a lot of these buttons are. Maybe this is a pin for like pinning up your costume to make it look better, but then you've got like, oh, the first place button. Stand on first place. Give me the trophy. I win first place. All right, this one looks fun. I will be downloading Kung Fu Boy against bullying. The president. The boss has arrived in office. Okay, this looks fun. It's another kind of like simulator game. You can choose whether you want to be a man president or a lady president. You can make new laws, like everyone should do the chicken dance. And there they are, everybody doing the chicken dance. Did I also make a new law where everybody has to either be a guy with a beard in a green hoodie, a milkman, or a girl with a star on her shirt? Make OnlyFans illegal. Tap to slap? What the fuck? Just another one of those presidential duties, you know? Guy comes into your office, asks you to make something illegal, and you just smack the shit out of him. No, I like that website. Pick a law and they will feel your wrath. These people are gonna feel my wrath, baby. I am downloading the president. Okay, this game has actually been suggested to me a few times. It's called My Horse Prince, and I'm very interested to try it out. It looks like some kind of romance game, but the love interest is a horse with a person's face. I guess that's just kind of a theme of this series so far, is that I just have to do a game about horses, and a deeply unsettling one at that. Will you be my owner? There stands a horse with a handsome human face. So it is a horse. It's not like a person who got half transformed into a horse. It's just a horse with a human's face. Is this a dream or a nightmare? Clearly it's a nightmare. It was there, she saw him. That handsome horse. Do you want a carrot? Gameplay includes items appear with time, tap items to get points. Points are determined by energy level. These are not the things I want to know about the game. I don't care if I can tap items to get points. I want to know why there's a game about dating a horse with a human face. Oh good, cleared levels are automatically stored in the album. But what about the horse? Why does this game exist? And who the heck is this little guy? I want to make lots of memories, he says, as he stands there looking completely different than both the other characters in this game. I guess there's only one way to find out, folks. I'm downloading My Horse Prince. All right, gang, we have a variety of interesting games. Let's head over to the PlayStation. Welcome to the PlayStation. This is where I play my games. It is time to play the games. First game, Grand Tough Guy Miami, baby. Let's see what this game is all about. Okay, what kind of interesting cityscape has this dropped me in? I've got my character here, the security guard, who is standing with the absolute toughest stance I've ever seen. And just when you think you're getting ready to start peacefully exploring the world, asshole. What? This guy calls you an asshole and squares up for absolutely no reason. I was walking away from him. I don't know what I could have possibly done to make him upset. Maybe he was expecting me to compliment his cool tough guy posture. But regardless of why, I had to figure out how to fight immediately, which was admittedly harder than I thought it was going to be, because of the 2 buttons they give you to fight, only one of them works. The kick button just does not work. Doesn't do anything. He won't kick. Kick, motherfucker, kick! Okay, well, I guess I killed him. Is this guy gonna try to fight me now? Yes, he is. Is he gonna try to fight me? Oh, shit. Yeah, the whole beginning of this game for me was a disaster. I immediately got beaten to the brink of death by this guy, who continued to call me an asshole for the entire time he was kicking my butt. And then this guy came out of nowhere to finish the job. After this, you're directed to your very first mission, which is to help your friend hide his drugs. So you navigate through the map of Miami, which I must say, game devs, you really outdid yourself on the accuracy of this one. What is that? Mountain? Is it mountains? Ah, yes, those famous Miami mountains. That's the crime landscape they were talking about. Those mountains are criminals. You captured the crime landscape of Miami perfectly. From the, 2 blocks of suburban neighborhood to the perfectly square right angles of the coast. I mean, I have to say, really made me feel like I was back in Miami, baby. Now I have a little weed button. Bing bong. So, stash place 1. I'm going to the next place. Oh, I just stashed it in the ground? Ah, the life of a drug dealer. Driving around to various parks in their neighborhoods, burying weed with their bare hands. I may sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I genuinely don't know if this is something people do. So look, I don't need to tell you that this is a poorly designed game. I mean, you have eyes. You can see what the NPCs look like. The game mechanics of this game are trash. They make trying to do almost anything impossible. Riding a bike. Oh my god, please. Driving a car. Nothing works right in this game, and it is made so much worse by the ads. This game is full of ads. Sometimes you go into an ad while you're next to a dead body that you've just killed, and during the ad, the dead body comes back to life and starts attacking you. So you come out of an ad and you're already almost dead, and this guy who you thought you killed is the one responsible. Also, sometimes the game just decides to teleport you in the middle of an ad. Where am I? I was not over here before the ad started, was I? Now, all this makes getting around pretty difficult, and truth be told, if I wasn't recording this video, I probably would have stopped playing this game long before I got to this point. But boy, am I glad I didn't, because if I had, I would have never discovered the joy that is the music in this game. That's right, the interesting rap music. fucking Chicken Town, man. I can relate. These are the sounds of Miami. Every time I go to Miami, I swear to God, all I hear is, "Oi, mate, you better stop making your bloody chicken sounds before you get bloody killed." But by far the most annoying detail of this game is the hospital. If you lose any amount of health in this game, the only way to get it back is by going to the hospital. Even if you get knocked out, you respawn with like pretty much the amount of health you had right before you died, which is nothing. So it's really in your best interest to go to the hospital and heal yourself, because if you get knocked out a certain amount of times, you actually die, and then you lose all the progress you've made in the game so far. There's just one problem with all this. The hospital is very hard to find. Okay, so the blue star that I thought might be the hospital is actually a jet ski, it turns out. I couldn't find it. For the life of me, I could not find this place, so I spent the entire game doing like every mission with basically 0 health. So anytime anybody so much as punched me one time, I just got knocked out. But you know what? Eventually, I figured out why the hospital is so hard to find. One cool feature about this game is that some buildings on the map don't appear until you zoom in more. Actually, that's a little bit inaccurate. It's not some buildings. It is just the hospital. So arguably the most important building in the entire game, to me anyways, because I had 0 health the entire time, does not exist on the map unless you're zoomed in enough. It's hidden. It's like they don't want you to find it. And you know what? I kind of think I know why they don't want you to find it, because you know what happens when you get there and you try to get healed? Is that a hospital? It is a hospital! Let's freaking go! Let's go in there. How do I get into the hospital? No. Please tell me they did not forget to like add this part of the game in or something. Did they forget to program this part? What kind of sick freaks designed this game? Who are you? Where do you live? Comment it below. I just want to talk. After all this, I was able to successfully hide all the weeds and get my next mission. Let's go. Wait, why was I small all of a sudden? Did you see that? But unfortunately, after I was given the next mission, which was just the same mission, but this time with more weed, I died and lost all my progress in the game. Oh my God, I died. You are killed. Do I get to go to the hospital now? All right, time for the moment of truth. Did I lose all my progress or just some of my progress? Hey bro, I want to work in your gang. Oh my God. You need to hide drugs and stash. I lost all my progress because I didn't go to the hospital, because there is no way to get in the hospital. And after this, I was pretty much fed up with the game. Man, fuck this game. So I went to the only place that I knew I could actually count on. Let's go. Woo! Whoa! You know what? Maybe this game's not so bad after all. I'll see you guys later. It's time to learn Kung Fu and end bullying, bitch. Kung Fu boy against bullying. Why does he look so concerned when he's punching the punching bag? He's like, is this how you punch? I don't know. I don't know, help. And of course, before you get to do anything, it gives you an ad. Whoa, what is this game, Nerdy Boy? He doesn't look that nerdy to me. Here is the Kung Fu boy against bullying's origin story. We're just at school, we're chilling, not hurting anybody, and a bully comes up to us and he's pissed that we got a better grade on a test than him, and then he just wrecks us. It's a crazy fight, dude. A dust cloud forms. There's like a cat in there for some reason. And that's pretty much where the game leaves us, with us cleaning up the mess that our bully made. And dear Lord, what a mess it is. Okay, so it looks like on the left are things I need to do to help this poor kid. So I'm gonna press the locker button. Oh, and I guess fix the locker. The school is gonna make the kid fix the locker? He got beat up. It's a very gruesome story so far. We're like dressing our wounds, our bloody wounds. And I just wanna know, who is running this school? It seems very cruel to me that we got beat up and now we're the ones cleaning up. How is that fair? Where are the teachers? Where's the principal? Where's the janitor? I'm a little worried that halfway through the game, we're gonna find out that that was the principal. He's like, that's right, and I'll do it again. Stop being smarter than me. I'm supposed to be the smartest one here. We go to a kung fu place straight away. I guess we decide there are no adults here that are going to help me. I need to take matter into my own hands. I need to learn how to fight. The first thing our sensei tells us to do? Get a new outfit. He says, get out of those ugly ass clothes, dude. No wonder you got beat up. You look like a dweeb. At this point, we need to talk about this kid's voice, because I hate it. The first time we hear people talk in this game, it's just like text-to-speech voice. It sounds like a TikTok or something.
You got more marks in test than me, so what?
But the next time we hear him speak, he has this like high-pitched elf voice.
Like new.
Ugh. I hate it. You know what, actually? Actually, square up, kid. That's right, I hate you too now. Yeah, I'm the bully now. I'm the kung fu man for bullying. My theory is that they must have just downloaded a bunch of random dialogue from some stock library somewhere and just like tried to make it work in different circumstances. Because sometimes he doesn't even have the same voice.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Alright, we've got our outfit customized. Now it's time to train. Training consists of this boy kicking this bag while staring deeply into our eyes. Gotta make the enemy uncomfortable. I like it. Then our sensei takes us to a deserted island where the training continues. First things first, let's eat some soup.
Much better.
Than just water? Yeah, I guess so, man. Where are my parents? I'm eating soup in the desert with a strange old man. Where are my legal guardians? I need help. I feel like I'm in constant danger in this game. There's a battleship behind me. I'm worried that's going to attack. I don't know if it's just a coincidence or it's the training, but suddenly our little kung fu boy has the voice of a man.
Do it. 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 Do it.
He's finally gone through the final stage of puberty. Kung fu.
Breathe in, breathe out. That was really bothering me.
What was bothering you? What are you talking about? Oh, man, I was really wondering when someone was gonna come along and put a rock on my back while I plank. Thank you so much. God, that was really bothering me. Here's the messed up part. Halfway through training, our bully finds us while we're eating with the sensei, and he takes pictures of us through the window. And then in the next scene, the pictures are all over school, and we've gotten the shit beaten out of us again. This game is ruthless. I mean, really, we're trying to get ourselves out of a bad situation. He can't even cut us some slack for like a day, but our just desserts might actually be right around the corner, because right after this, the game presents us with a pretty interesting development.
Hi, George.
My bully.
Get ready for the tournament.
Is he going to a tournament with me? Am I gonna be fighting him in a tournament? This is gonna be sick. That's right, we get to face off in a tournament against the bully that started it all. And to get ready for this tournament, we decorate?
That was really bothering me.
What am I doing right now? Why am I decorating this room? I thought I was just packing my bags for the tournament, but then it was like, and put a couch down, put on a weird hat, and some silly shoes. All right, it's time to show this bully who's boss. It's time to use everything we've learned in a series of complicated kung fu challenges that will test our skills. Unfortunately, the game does not let us participate in this part. We just get to watch a cutscene of the two boys chopping wood with their bare hands and then getting into another fight. Fortunately, we absolutely maul this kid. We destroy him. Let's go! I guess that's what separates us from the bullies. Sure, I will beat the shit out of you so hard that you'll wish you were never born, but only for a trophy. I'll only do it in a controlled environment where people are watching it happen, and then I get a big reward and you don't. And to be fair, when I'm done, I'll clean him up. I'll pick the little leaves off of him. I'll, you know, sedate him with this needle. Sure. I'll also stitch his chest shut. Actually, a little too graphic. I think we might have gone a little bit too hard on the poor lad, but nevertheless, I'm happy we did it. I gave myself a medal and took a picture to commemorate the occasion, and then the game informed me that it was all done.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Game done? Is that what it said? Sorry, did I just beat the game? That was it? And that's how I ended bullying. Now I'm going to become the president. Hello and welcome to the Oval Office. It's time to talk about the president. I immediately started this game by making a grave mistake. I clicked don't allow to send notifications. Maybe I should have clicked allow. They might need me for something in the middle of the day when I'm not paying attention. Like if my world is about to get nuked by aliens or something, I'll probably want to be able to be reached. But a good president never admits they were wrong, so it was time to take the oath of office. Why is the person that's in charge of like the oath of office like a train conductor? So this is mostly just a game where you pick between two options, a good option and an evil option. The only problem is the consequences of picking either option are pretty unclear. In fact, it seems like most of the time it's completely inconsequential.
Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of president.
That I will steal all public property. Screw it, dude, I'm clicking that.
Haha, nice joke.
This guy's just like, yeah, okay, dude, good one. Can we keep doing the oath now? That was not a joke, okay? You don't think I'll do it? I already am. He looks down and his train conductor uniform is just gone. He's naked. And I'm starting with these. So I signed my presidential oath, I do a little dance, and that's it. I'm the president. It should be noted that this little dance is my favorite part of the game. It's actually one of the only good parts of this whole game. He just looks like he's having so much fun. It's funny, it's silly, and the president isn't the only one that gets to do it either. This lady comes into the office to give me a gift, and then she starts doing the dance. When I sign things into law that all my citizens like, they start doing the dance. How sick is that? I never wanted to be president before, but if this is what it's like, sign me up, dude. Call me Joseph Brandon. The craziest part of this game has got to be the public executions. Yeah, no, really. There are public executions in this game.
Execute.
Old President Dan runs a bit of a different kind of society, I guess you could say. Say one bad word about me, and I will strike you with lightning. I will harness the power of the gods, and I will wipe you off the earth, unfortunately. One of the laws you can sign is that, like, everyone should fight, and obviously the citizens, they don't like that. And they start speaking out, and the game gives you the option to execute somebody. Isn't that insane? This game has such, like, a cute art style. I was not expecting that. I just know that after summoning this lightning and destroying this man, my little guy is at his podium just like... And the game appears to get even darker from there. Pardon death row prisoners?
I robbed a bank to pay for my daughter's hospital bill.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I was looking for something a little more light. I think I'm gonna move on to the next game.
Hey guys, it's me, your favorite superhero. Rope Man. Guys, I don't want to spoil the review for Gorilla Superhero, but I really like this game.
Whoa, what did I just stumble across here? Oh my god, he is getting into it, dude.
Yeah, this guy seems cool as hell. And sure, I had questions.
Why does he have human hair? He already has fur on the rest of his body. He's got like bleached blonde hair.
But his dancing put me in such a great mood that I was willing to look past all that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the whole review like this.
It's really hot in here. The beginning cutscene got me freaking hyped. Our gorilla is sitting on a rooftop with his unexplained panda friend when we leap into action to help defeat a bad guy that the police are fighting. And this is when I learned the true appeal of the game. The combat. Is this punching? I can't tell if I'm hitting them. What did I just press? Everyone turned into skeletons, dude. Whoa, dude. What the hell? Combat, I guess, is a pretty loose term for what's going on in this game. There is a punch button, sure, and it does a little bit of damage. But then you have this whole outer ring of powers and spells that your gorilla is somehow able to harness. And they're so powerful. Basically a one-hit kill for any enemy. It could be a normal guy, it could be a zombie, it could be this like weird purple futuristic BMX rider. Every move just turns them into skeletons. No questions asked. You just push it and it's like, they're dead. They're gone. They've been dead for years. Their bodies decayed. I love how this gorilla runs. Like a little gorilla man. Is this how gorillas really run? That'd be crazy to see a gorilla running around like this in the zoo. I just got somewhere to be. Maybe they do run like that. I don't know. Can we get a video of how gorillas really run on the screen, please? Your gorilla can run, jump, smash, swing from rope, and he can even use said rope to yank people. Whoa. Oh, actually, can I shoot web at people? Gotta yank these fools. Yeah, I am. I'm yanking them. Get yanked. You can yank people. You can yank them to their death, which is quite frankly how I want to go. I don't want to die, but if I have to, make it by a monkey. Make it by a monkey yanking me with a rope. I want to be walking around my city, my beautiful crime landscape city, and I want a giant gorilla to land next to me and shoot a rope at me, and then he just yanks me. And then that's just it. Lights out immediately. The last thing I experience in this world is just like a moment of like zooming toward a monkey. Now you might think that having such earth-shattering powers would be a constant net positive, but to be fair, there actually were a few instances where they got in the way. I wonder if I can steal this cop car. Oops, I wanted to steal a car and I accidentally destroyed the entire thing and everyone in sight. But luckily, you actually don't really need a car in this game because the gorilla is faster than the cars on his own. Kinda crazy that they even added cars into the game at all when they're completely useless. Also, even when you do get in them, the gorilla doesn't even fit. And also, the cars in this game have that shitty game mechanic where instead of like a joystick, there's just a left and right button for steering, as if that's useful at all. I think there's a reason those haven't been implemented in real cars. You're about to hit a deer and you're just like jamming the right button. No! Get out of the way! Now, unfortunately, this game does get old after a few minutes. As far as I can tell, there's no story in this game. You're basically meant to just run around and turn people into skeletons, which is fun at first, sure, but I don't know, can I turn people into other spooky things like Goblins and witches. Also, the game kept coming up with this pop-up that said something like, explore the world to win achievements. And then it would send you directly into an ad, which was pretty annoying. Explore the world to win achievements. Yeah, that's what I'm doing that. If you would stop showing me these ads, it's like you're mad at me that the ads are coming up. It's like, don't watch these ads, dude. Explore the world. I'm trying. So outside of upgrading your character to the red and blue gorilla, which I did do. Yes! Yahoo! Look at the red little butt. There really is no reason to keep playing this game for more than like a half an hour. So, while I will most likely never play this game again, I would like to thank you, Super Gorilla Hero. This one goes out to you, Super Gorilla Hero. Thank you for all the great times, you crazy little ape. Howdy. Yes, my friends, it is finally time to talk about My Horse Prince. Apparently, the second I downloaded this game, it decided it's actually not called My Horse Prince, it's called something else. But fear not, the game is still about a human-faced horse. I know that's why you guys were sticking around. I know what my viewers want. This game kind of flows like one of those episodes or chapters type games. First, I had to name our main character. I thought I was naming the horse, so I accidentally named her Horace. And Horace explains that she recently moved to the countryside to get away from her ugly middle-aged coworkers. I poured so much of myself into my work that my only interaction with men was at the office. An office full of middle-aged salary men nobody would call attractive. The hell? Bunch of old weirdos that literally nobody could love. Okay, so she moved to the countryside to try to find a Prince Charming of sorts. She's on the hunt for some hot guys. And then we meet this guy. This guy owns a ranch where they train racehorses. I don't know why he looks like that, and they never acknowledge it. Dude, you know Horace is pissed right now. She traveled all the way from the city to the countryside to find some hot guys, and then she meets this guy? This, I have to imagine, is the exact type of guy she was trying to get away from. I mean, sure, I don't know for a fact that they look like SpongeBob drew a middle-aged man with that magical pencil and it came to life. But look at this guy. He's not exactly a hot guy. Are you here to see some horses? Oh, yes. Well, there's one over there. Go have a closer look. And there he is. He has a human head? What's that? Missy, don't tell me. You're seeing the horse as a man? You got real long when he said that. You're seeing the horse as a man? So it turns out that Horace is actually the only person that can see a human face on this horse, lending further credibility to my theory that this is not a human with a horse body. It is a horse with a human face, who should not be pursued romantically. That's just Danny's 2 cents. Let me guess. Your year of the horse? Yeah, I am. I've heard that weird girls born in the year of the horse sometimes see horses as attractive men. People with the ability are really something special. I don't know, man. It kind of sounds like he's trying to make it seem like a superpower, and quite frankly, I very much disagree. This is a curse. It's not some ability that you can choose to use that somehow gives you an advantage over other people. You're cursed. Every time she looks at a horse, it's some guy. She looks horses in the eyes, and they're like, hey, sorry, but if you gave me that in a game of like, would you rather, I'm picking the other option every time. Anyways, let's talk to this hot horse some more. People with the ability are really something special. Praise, praise. Wish I could get attracted to one of these things. I'm around them all day. Don't worship me. What's going on? Hey, is this guy bothering you? I'll stomp him into the dirt. He's just a tiny little potato man. Don't worry, I'll use my hooves and I'll kick him into the ground. From the amount of this game that I've played, which admittedly is not as much as I probably should have, I can't really tell if this is supposed to be romantic or not. And honestly, I don't know if Horace knows that either. I think she's working through some very complicated feelings. She keeps saying things like, maybe I could hook up with this guy. Oh wait, oh no, he's a horse. What am I thinking? He's a horse. Oh, I've been duped again. He neighs and whinnies. I wouldn't say those are the reasons you can't date a horse, but you're on the right track. Outside of how insane the premise of this game is and how confused I am every time I talk to this horse, this game is actually pretty boring. It's mostly just like skipping through dialogue boxes and then playing these weird feeding/training games where you're either feeding him carrots or having him run on treadmills that he breaks every time he uses one, both of which drain his energy, and the only way to get his energy back is by talking to him, which could be interesting, but the only thing he ever wants to talk about is horse stuff. You like ranches? What do you think of carrots? I don't care about the carrots. I want to talk about hot guys. Call me crazy, but this game did not exactly draw me in and make me want to play more of it. It's kind of wild that they made a game that has such a weird premise that you can't help but want to click on it, but then they totally fumbled in the execution. How could a game about dating a man horse be so bland? So yeah, that's it for this game, and you know what? That's all the games. That is all the games I was going to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I took a couple of minutes the other day and went through and tried to find some of the weirdest fanfics I could find, okay? Wattpad is a lawless place full of scum and villainy. I honestly don't really like to spend more than like 30 seconds on here at a time if I can, because some of the stuff on here really just messes me up to see the kind of stuff that people write about. But today we're saying screw it. We're gonna go through and we're gonna find some of the weirdest stuff people have written about on this website, because some of you need to calm it down. Only thing that's gonna get me through this is a sparkling water, baby. Okay, the first one I found is called John Cena and Bill Nye Love. It's been viewed 18,000 times, and you know it is canon. Except canon is capitalized like it's the brand of camera. I know most of these are probably just like jokes, and people, you know, made these to be funny. The thing that bothers me about Wattpad, and maybe this is just my age showing, but it's really hard to tell sometimes when people are joking. I'm almost positive this one's a joke, but it's still funny to read them, honestly. I'm still gonna read it, and I'm gonna make fun of it like it is real, because you can't prove it's not. But first, this video is sponsored by Native Deodorant. I was already a big fan of Native Deodorant before they reached out to sponsor this video, so my first reaction when they asked if they could sponsor a video was like, yeah, as long as you send me more deodorant. And they did, so thank you, Native. In case you haven't heard of them before, Native Deodorant is aluminum-free, it's paraben-free, it's vegan and cruelty-free deodorant. Native Deodorant applies great, it's not sticky, it dries really quickly. They've got some really great scents. This one is charcoal. I think this one's my favorite. They've got sea salt and cedar, which to me smells like, kind of like foresty. And they've got coconut vanilla, which honestly reminds me of like a really nice smelling candle. They actually offer plastic-free versions of their deodorant too. It's like the same formula, same deodorant, but the packaging is more sustainable, which I think is a fantastic idea. I wish more companies would do stuff like that. And now Native has more than just deodorant. They've got toothpaste, they've got body wash. Usually 3 deodorants would cost you $39, but if you click the link in the description and use my code DannyFurious, it's only $26. That's over 33% off. And with that same code DannyFurious, you can also get 20% off body wash or toothpaste. Thank you to Native Deodorant for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Native Deodorant. Head on over to the link in the description if you want to check it out. And now let's continue with the video. I feel like you could not pick 2 people that I would like to see become romantic with each other less. Between John Cena and Bill Nye, dudes have probably never even met. I don't understand how you could ship such random people. All right, the first chapter is called Teach Me How to Wrestle. John Cena walked over to Bill Nye's house. He could drive, of course, but lately he wasn't feeling well. Thank you for clarifying that John Cena does know how to drive. This person's very careful not to slander John Cena right before talking about how he's probably gonna have sex with Bill Nye. He's like, okay, let me get the record straight though. This dude does know how to drive, and he could if he wanted to. Is this like comments on this particular part? Okay, I didn't know there was this feature. You can comment on every specific paragraph. Here we go again. This is the beginning of the story, dude. Oh, John Cena's going over to Bill Nye's house? Oh, brother, this ought to be good. We know how this ends. Do we? Why is this on my recommended? Kind of sus, I'll read anyway. You do kind of gotta be in a weird corner of Wattpad for this to show up on your recommended, right? It's not like you're reading, like, what's a normal thing to read about on Wattpad? It's not like you're reading Harry Potter fanfics, and this shows up, right? Bill was so perfect. His skin stayed scientifically ageless with each year. All the facts he spoke, it honestly turned John on. Thank you for being honest, I appreciate that. I can't lie to you guys, John was horny as hell. He was going to have what he wanted. He is John Cena after all, that's right. Let's see what people have to say about that part. Okay then. Anyone know what John Cena looks like? I've never seen him. Wait, this is the same guy that commented before about how did this end up in my recommended. He's reading the story and he's like, I don't know who John Cena is, even though there's a picture of him right here. But I'm invested in the story. John opened the door and stepped inside Bill's house. John Cena is here! He screamed, making sure Bill can hear. Scientifically, I suppose so, Bill says. I love that everything Bill Nye does is scientific. He supposes so scientifically, his skin stayed scientifically ageless. I can't wait until they start scientifically making out. John was going to take what was his. I forgot my swag hat last time I was here. Sure, that was his, but that wasn't really what he wanted. Bill raised an eyebrow as he reaches in a shelf, taking the hat out and handing it to John. The atmosphere suddenly changed. Oh shit. Pollution. That's so fucked up. It wasn't innocent anymore. It wasn't swaggy anymore. I don't think it was ever innocent. It's just he showed up screaming. I don't really think you can say it was innocent. He showed up with blood vessels popping out of his head. I'm here! Just an innocent little boy, I'm here. John looked into the hat, there was a condom in it. Sort of a swag hat within a swag hat when you think about it. Let's see if anybody else made that joke. There's 100 comments about this one line. Oh, little plot twist. Seems like they got some people surprised. I love how invested people are in the plot. That crazy old saggy swaggy scientist knew he'd come back. So that just happened. Bill winked. Suddenly, John's right muscles made him want to do some biology. His right muscles? Is that like all the muscles on the right side of his body or like the correct muscles? Teach me how to wrestle, Bill said. Wait, so the last spoken thing was, I forgot my hat last time I was here. So in complete silence, Bill goes and gets his hat, gives it to John. They look inside. It's a condom. Bill looks up and says, teach me how to wrestle. Now, later, they made love to John Cena's theme song on repeat. Later? What happened right after this? Teach me how to wrestle. And then they wrestled for a while. You thought that was gonna lead to them making love? No, dude, they did a lot. They did a lot of other stuff. Later on, they did have sex, though. Yep, they did. Not related to anything that we talked about, though. It was a different thing. Okay, next part, biology. Bill hadn't seen John Cena in what seemed like a million light years. What kind of fanfic is this? They just skipped over all the juicy stuff, I guess. Now it's far in the future. Also, light years is a measure of distance. It's the distance that light travels in a year, not a measure of time. So that's like saying Bill hadn't seen John in what seemed like 10 meters. He missed his shouting in his theme song. Oh, how they made love to that theme song on repeat. He still remembered that day. So the things he misses about John is his shouting in his theme song. It's funny, it seems like the person who wrote this doesn't seem to know that much about Bill Nye or John Cena. They just know that like Bill Nye's a science guy. Everything he does is scientific. And John Cena wrestles, yells, and has a theme song. And Bill Nye has a theme song too. And they haven't mentioned that at all. Give Bill a little credit here. He also has a theme song. John was going to visit him that day. He got a text informing him. And it looks like a very informational text indeed. Get ready to see John Cena's dick. Glad they're starting things off innocent as usual. John was always so forward. Bill loved it. Bill heard his doorbell ring a familiar sound. Yeah, the ringing of a doorbell. That should be pretty familiar. As he heard John screaming into the house. Bill was surprised his neighbors hadn't called the cops. John almost ran up and embraced Bill. Ready for this swaggy dick? Jesus Christ, man. Am I gonna have to edit this whole thing out? Am I gonna have to bleep this? I'm gonna have to review YouTube's monetization policy. Okay, let's see the comments. No comment. I'm gonna tell my crush this. Ready for this swaggy dick? You're gonna tell that to your crush? You know what would be a crazier pickup line? Get ready to see John Cena's dick. Hey, baby. Thanks for that tasteful nude you just sent me. Now get ready to see John Cena's dick. It's like, what? Wait, whoa, what? And then you sent a picture of in it, and we can do some biology, Bill said as he walked over to the stereo and played John Cena's theme song. Okay, this chapter's like a carbon copy of the first chapter. John Cena bursts in loudly. They talk, and then they make love to the theme song on repeat. They made love to the theme song on repeat for a second time. Is the next one gonna be the exact same thing? To be continued. Bro, that was the end? It's just 2 chapters of the exact same thing happening twice? I feel so cheated right now. Last updated in 2016. This is a tragedy. Shawty, it's been 6 years. Shawty, please come back. I have to know what happens next. I have a couple of pretty good educated guesses, but I'd really like to know for sure. All right, shit, well, I guess that was that whole story. You know what? I feel like we're just gonna end it there. That was a little bit too much. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Keep it real, stay safe, and most importantly, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time.